What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is the A2D Radio live NFL draft reaction show. Let's go. Who the Eagles taking? We're going to talk about it.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
You love the Eagles, let me get a hell yeah! You love the Philadelphia Eagles, let me get a hell yeah!
Philadelphia, guess what? We signed A.J. Brown, baby. A.J. Brown's here to stay. 3 years, $96 million. So that should get you jazzed up on draft night. And typical Howie Roseman, 15 minutes before the draft starts, this guy's aching, guys. I mean, nobody better in the business, and we're nobody better in the business, too. Greg Mwagvik, Chuck Moranin, I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. We obviously got you our NFL draft live reaction show. So here we are to break it all down. Caleb Williams obviously went number 1 overall to the Chicago Bears. I think everybody knew that was coming. And we're brought to you by our doc, make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, locations Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And now, who's on the clock? Who we got on the clock? Washington's on the clock. So Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. Who do you want the Eagles to take? Ties into our poll question. Terrion Arnold should be the Eagles' top target in round 1. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. And everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Like, subscribe, follow, join the conversation tonight. Let's talk about it. I'm like, agree and not agree because, I'm all in on Bowers too. But, yeah, I mean, he should be one of their top targets. He's one. It's like 1A, 1B for me in my targets. He's right there. So I'll agree to the poll. That's a guy that I would love to find a way to go get, right? Figure out a way to go get him because you're going to have to, right? It's not a guy you're going to be able to sit back on your heels and expect to fall to 22. So it's how Howie Roseman looks at it. Is he looking for a day 1 starter? That's the question we're going to find out tonight. Or is he okay with sitting at 22? And maybe he's still get a day 1 starter, but maybe not, right? You know how that goes later on, even though I think all first-round guys should be day 1 starters, but I know how that game works as you get a little deeper, right? So I'm going to agree. Terrion Arnold's one of my dudes. So let's go, Howie season. You already sprinkled it upon us pre-draft. So let's go. What do you guys say?
You want to go, Greg, or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll go. I also agree to the poll, right? We talked about it last night, right? Cornerback is always going to be a position of need. You can never have too many corners in this league as it evolves more into even more of an offensive passing league than it already is. And he also checks a lot of boxes too. The biggest one that we always talk about, Tommy, on our shows is he comes from the SEC and he comes from a big boy in the SEC. Right. So, he checks those boxes and yeah, he's definitely worth it as well. So I'll agree to the poll.
Like it.
Yeah, I agree to the poll too. And then Tom, you talked about Brock Bowers, one of your guys that we talked about on NFL Talk a few days ago. I love Brock Bowers too. I would be ecstatic if we got him. I think if you're looking at if you're narrowing it down to realistic, who do we think? Because I don't think Brock Bowers is going to fall far enough for us to get within striking distance. So I'm almost automatically disqualifying him, even though I love him. So out of reasonably objective, prospects that we could get, even if we did trade up a few spots, I think Arnold is at the top of the list. You're talking about a corner. Obviously, Greg, you touched on it. Fits a big need for the Eagles. We got to shore up that secondary, especially with Slay getting older. Behind him, it's just a bunch of question marks. The guys we like, Ringo, Isaiah Rodgers just got reinstated. I know Ricks showed a little bit of promise. So it's we like those guys, but you can't go into 2024 counting on them to be hey, you're going to be the starter. You know what I mean? You need some reassurance so that you can have depth. So corner is arguably the biggest need. And then Terrion Arnold, to me, he's a top corner. I know some people love Quinyon Mitchell. It's split pretty much from what I've seen. I'm going Arnold, especially for this scheme, because Arnold has that scheme versatility where he can play different types of coverages. He can also move into the slot if you need him to. And the fact that he is someone who just he's really good in run support too. So like there's like he can do everything, and that versatility really fits in for what Fangio wants and needs for his defense. So I think he's more of a scheme fit. That just breaks the tie for me when it comes to him and Mitchell. So Terrion Arnold's at the top of my wish list in round one if you're talking about just round one prospects.
Yeah, and the reason that splits it for me is like no disrespect to Toledo. Like I'm not anti-Toledo or anti-small schools, but if you're going to put Bama up against Toledo and you're telling me guys are neck and neck, I'm going to lean to the guy who's played against better competition. That doesn't mean the other guy isn't just as good, right? Or maybe isn't better, right? That's not going to.
It's like a tiebreaker.
It's a tiebreaker. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Like if they trade up and get the kid, Quinton from Toledo, I'm not going to be like yelling and screaming like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you saw something you liked, or you didn't feel you get up high enough to get Arnold, because in some mocks they got him going as high as 7, some got him 8, right? So it's all about where you have him. By the way, Cameron Payne, I don't want to shift topics, but he has 8 points now in like a minute and a half.
You know why, right? Because I poo-pooed him last night.
Yep, and I did.
Right.
First time I got something right. This might be a good night for us.
I poo-pooed him last night.
What did Howie write on the napkin? That's the question, right? What did he write on the napkin? It was who or bust, right? And great GMs do that. So I'm curious to see who he wrote on his napkin and who we come out in his first round with. But there's a lot of other guys, like me and Chuck talked about, last Saturday. There's other guys that we do like. It's not like Tobias.
Yeah.
It's not, I can't do
Tobias.
Washington just picked. And they went Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Wow.
As expected, right? I mean, in a way. I don't like totally as expected, but you get where I'm going with that. That's an elite quarterback talent. So you have to. Right? You have to. I mean, as much as you might like Sam Howell, that's cute. Right? It's a cute story. He's not.
Howell's gone. How they traded
him. I didn't even remember that. Look at that. Good job. Great job. That's how much he stinks.
It's only
that's how much their quarterback room stinks too, right?
Yeah, and that's how much the Commanders have stunk / Redskins have stunk for their lifetime outside of like 1 year. So, maybe a couple of years, but what I'm saying. Like that, it's a poverty franchise. So they need something to up with that franchise. I don't like him being in the NFC East. Yeah. By the way. Like I can do without him.
Really good.
I can do without him being in there.
Do we know where Joshua Harris is? Is he at the Sixers game or is he at the Washington draft party?
He's at the draft party. Who are you kidding?
PY, what up, buddy?
PY? What's up, man?
I mean, he should be at the a playoff game, but
you would think.
But we know where he's at. Let's not kid a kidder here.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at. He's probably got himself cloned too. He's such a weirdo.
Oh my God, Tom, don't give me nightmares, man. I could barely handle one owner, let alone 2 Harrises.
So on the clock, the New England Patriots, where are they going?
This is where I think it gets dicey, right? This is where I think the draft starts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. PY, if you want to answer the poll question?
Yeah, go ahead, P.
We did it. Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Let me bring you back up here. Here we go. Terrion Arnold should be the Eagles' top target in round 1. Agree or disagree?
Yes, without question. Like if you have the opportunity to draft him, he is a game changer. Once again, he's another SEC stud. Continue Tom's method of madness, aka the SEC. Like he immediately
when in doubt.
When in doubt, go ask Tom. There you go.
No. Ask go when in doubt.
Both are fine, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, you've been right for years. Are we wrong?
No, I think we're finding out that we were right. Like when it comes to.
But you've been banging that table for the loudest I've ever heard anyone bang a table. And when it comes to SEC, and guess what? All of our best players have been from the SEC. Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, like come on now, like Landon Dickerson, yep, top talent. Like
Jalen Carter,
I would love him. Like. Obviously, like if you go get someone else, if you go get a Cooper DeJean, if you go get a Latu, if you go get some of those guys, like I'm going to be happy. But like if you have the opportunity to draft Terrion Arnold, Like, I just don't understand how you can't do that, because it immensely makes your defense better. And the possibility of having him and Ringo as your starters moving forward can just change everything. Martian, you got to take the good with the bad. You got the Smith, and then you got the Money Mansell. You got 2 Heismans.
Pick is
Exactly.
in. Is it Marvin Harrison Jr.? I mean, that's where
I think they go quarterback.
Who was 2? I missed it.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't. I just want to go. I want to. If I'm them, I just don't go quarterback here, just because
If the pick is in, then they didn't get enough, or they didn't get what they wanted to move out. Because I don't think they really want to pick here. I think they want to still pick in the top 10, but I don't think it's here. But the Vikings, the Giants didn't obviously come up enough.
If they go get QB, I think it'll be QB. So if they do that, now Arizona, that's another spot where they can trade out. Like, they've been fielding calls, so like I know that the reports say like they have to be wowed in order to trade out of that, because I think they're mostly set on Marvin based on what I've read.
They would.
But,
They should.
So you guys go JJ McCarthy here, or is it Drake May?
I think it's Drake May.
I think it's Drake May.
I'll be very interested to see if
if I'm them, I go back to the Michigan well. If I'm them,
it worked out the first time.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, but so many things had to go right for that to work out, though. Like at the start,
yeah, but that's different. But I'm saying like
destiny had to occur.
How good is Drake May, right, compared to JJ McCarthy too, right?
I think he's better than JJ.
Better than Brady coming out.
Maybe he's not though, Greg.
It's possible.
You know what I mean? Maybe he's not. We don't know that. JJ McCarthy got better, right? But he was never asked to like throw the ball 40 times a game. He wasn't asked to do that. So we don't know.
That's true.
We also don't know. I mean, the way Harbaugh talks about him, the way Harbaugh talks about him, it's a guy that's a winner. And he thinks, like, there was talks about the Chargers going up to 3 and
absolutely
and trading
May.
Harper.
It's Drake May.
No, Drake May it is.
Yeah, Drake May. Here we go. Cardinals. Now, look, so this is where
Cardinals.
You guys are all on ESPN.
If the
I'm
Vikings,
just on here because I got the Sixers going, and I don't need to see highlights of players. You know what I mean? I'm good. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need their analysis either, so I just got them on mute. So
they're on mute. That's fine.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting because this is where if there's a team like the obviously the Vikings, it's no secret that they like JJ. Another team that was reportedly very interested in JJ is Giants. So now it's a battle of, okay, who's going to want to move up and who's going to want to up. So the Giants could move up from 6, and this is the first spot you'd look at. If not them, then at 5 is the next spot where it's like Chargers and Vikings and Giants. Who's going to win the bidding war for JJ? So I'm really interested. I think Cardinals stay put here and they go Marvin.
Yeah, they should.
I think
it's called.
It's the smart play, but they're also the Cardinals.
Go get your quarterback. What you think is your franchise quarterback. Go get him a puppy on the outside.
Yep.
Right?
Marvin's special, but Marvin's been making some decisions pre-draft that are very shaky right now. And
what?
I'm glad he's going to be going way before the Sixers the Eagles are picking, right? And I wouldn't be mad about it, but he's already given off, like, we all know wide receivers are divas already. He's already given off super diva vibes. So go to Arizona, go deal with Kyler and have fun out there.
But what exactly is diva? Like, what part of it was diva about?
Just his whole waiting to declare after the season, right? Not doing anything around the combine. And
why would you?
Yeah, you're
a competitor.
You know you're better than everyone else. You know you're going top 5. There's no positives to him doing anything.
But the signing of the NFLPA stuff that Adam Schefter reported out today was kind of like, was kind of the final straw because now you're saying I'm above everybody else.
Well,
Well, no.
I
Because
disagree with the other assessment. Like, why would you play? Like, why would you not?
I think. Listen, real quick. They expected, right? You're talking Silver Spoon. Ubertown his whole life. This is Silver Spoon talk, right? You got to understand when Dad played in the league for a long time, right? So this is all Silver Spoon. Like you're almost owed something. That doesn't take away that he's the best wide receiver.
I never said he wasn't.
I didn't say you did that.
No, I know.
I'm making my analysis, right? He is a diva, right? And you've seen it, right? I didn't think it was true, but these things, I don't like that kind of stuff.
Is.
I don't like, you don't want to go to the combine, fine, but I don't act like you're above people, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's above nobody. And if you act like that, it's red flag city a little bit. Doesn't mean you don't put a gold jacket on either. But he's had Silver Spoon his whole life. That's the facts of the matter. That doesn't mean he's soft. It doesn't mean any of that kind of stuff. He's the best wide receiver in this draft. And if I'm the Cardinals, I'll deal with the Silver Spoon. I'll deal with the Diva. And because I think the production beats it. I think the production beats it. But
what I would say is the not signing, I forget what it's called, but not signing that thing that Shefty reported. That to me, that's not the last straw. To me, that's like that's like the first sign. To me, not doing the combine and all like the pro days and whatnot, like to me, it's kind of showing like, okay, we all and you all have agreed that the whole offseason draft process when it comes to the combine, pro days, people overblow it, right? People like it's way overblown. They overrate it. They look at 40 times. They look at people doing like these underwear Olympic stuff, and they overreact. And when you should be looking at what they did on film, what they actually did on the football field. And if you look at what he did on the football field, then there's no question. He is the best wide receiver in this class, and he's arguably the top prospect overall in this class. So why would he do anything? Why should he do anything to hurt his stock?
Yeah, I don't care about combine. I think that's for guys that are trying to raise their draft stock.
Exactly.
So I don't get caught up in the combine. I never have. I've never watched it. I don't turn it on. I don't give a rat's ass what guys do in shorts and t-shirts. I've been adamant about that for years. Now it can solidify things too, though, right? So there's that other side of it too that I understand as well. But for me, it'll never do anything. What your tape says and what you did on Saturdays is going to tell me everything I need to know about you. And I think I like Ndunzie a lot too, and I think he brings more of a leadership aspect. And the pick is in, and as you can see on the screen here, Marvin Harrison Jr. has been selected by the Arizona Cardinals. So,
no brainer pick.
No brainer pick. And
as expected.
And it's Arizona. So, right. You get Jonathan Gannon, but Kyler Murray gets a big time weapon right away with Marvin Harrison Jr., a guy ready to play. So,
and he gets a Call of Duty teammate.
So, what do we get here with the Los Angeles Chargers here? Do we get it? Do we get a possible trade of Justin Herbert? Is it JJ McCarthy?
How crazy would that be?
Or is it simple? Hey, there's a lot of talent on the board, and we're going a different direction. Right?
I could see them go O-line, but I could see them also reaching for a wide receiver.
I think
I don't know that Nabers is a reach here.
Yeah, I don't think he's a reach.
I don't think he's a reach. I think
who's their wide receiver? Kalen Rieger 2.0?
Yeah, they traded their wide receivers. They need a wide receiver. I think though, knowing the coach, knowing the offensive coordinator, they have not made it. They've not made it a secret that they're going to build a tough, physical football team.
Yeah. We know John Harbaugh.
I think they go offensive line, or like I said, if the Giants want to move up, or if the Vikings want to move up and trade with them to get JJ, those are the two routes. It's either
I think it's I'll go with either Dallas Turner or Joe Alt here from Notre Dame. I think it's one of those two guys here that are going to the Chargers. If we're going to go off of what John Harbaugh is, and we're going to say he's going to build a team the way teams should be built out, I'm really going to believe that that's a Dallas Turner pick or that's a Joe Alt pick. One way or the other, I think they're going line and they're going to try to build this out a little bit.
That's what they should do. You're right, Tommy. Something screams, though, that something big's happening here to me.
Yeah.
If they trade
what's crazy.
If they trade Herbert for JJ McCarthy, I just obviously Herbert looks, feels, and just everything about him screams NFL star quarterback, right? And I understand he's underwhelmed in moments, but like, has JJ McCarthy really done enough to where you're like, oh my God, this guy over Justin Herbert? Like, I just don't see it.
He hasn't had the opportunity to do that much. I'm not going to say he's better than Justin Herbert, but Justin Herbert hasn't won shit. So is that coaching? Is that Justin Herbert? What is that? Does John Harbaugh get the most out of Justin Herbert? That's the question. I can see them not doing anything here and just staying put and, drafting and trying to build around Justin Herbert too.
But once again, it is the Chargers as well.
Yep. It is the Chargers. And anything can happen. And it could be Malik Nabers too, because you can make the case.
Yeah. Yep.
You can make the case.
I mean,
the best player on the board right now.
They could look at it and be like, is this another Phillip Rivers situation? Could we get out early?
I mean, Herbert, to trade Herbert, the Minnesota Vikings would have to take on a humongous cap hit and salary. I mean, his cap hit right now is $20 million, 19.3. 25, it's 30.37, and it just goes up from there until 28. His cap hit is $71 million. So, where is he better fit? Sandy or Los Angeles, the Chargers or the Vikings? I know the rumor's there. I'm baffled at how that even potentially gets done just from the cap numbers. You know what I mean? Like for Minnesota to fit that is insane to me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, how do we fit signing 42 wide receivers, a quarterback, offensive linemen,
and star running back,
defensive guys, a star running back? Like, how are we the greatest show on turf? Part 2, because it seems like it just doesn't matter. Teams figure it out; they find ways to happen. And, if I'm the Minnesota Vikings and I have a chance to get my hands on a Justin Herbert, what do you want? What do you want? And I hasn't won shit. But just the pure talent alone, we know that star quarterbacks or starting quarterbacks in this, like legit ones, do not grow on trees.
Yeah,
that's well documented. So that's why it's obviously valued so high in the draft.
JJ won't ask for a trade after that one.
JJ who?
Justin Jefferson.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, what? He's not even
I almost forgot where we were.
Sorry.
We're talking about the Vikings, totally.
I should have known better that there's a JJ in the top end of the draft, so I got to use those initials correctly.
A lot of JJs. I also will throw this in for the Chargers, and it'll be a little preview for tomorrow, or maybe even for tomorrow. I think that later on in this draft, it just makes so much sense for Blake Corum to get drafted by the Chargers. So I that's one place like I think it makes a lot of sense for Corum and for the Chargers. Just draft your guy, Jim. Go get your star running back.
Oh, it's happening, Chucks.
Yeah, so that's another prediction, but that's for tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
That's a good question, Sloop. AJ Brown saw 2 more years left before signing tonight's contract, right? How does it all work?
It depends on how. I didn't read the exact details of the contract, but those years could have been either restructured and redone, or the extension could have been tacked on. I don't know which. I don't know which one, but like it all depends on the details. But it can be either or. It's not like a rookie contract where when you get that second contract, it's added on to that base rookie contract. It's those years can be redone
could just be dissolved.
Yeah,
I read somewhere that they stated that you're gonna save $10 million next year because of the extension. I'm just like, love it, because you're gonna have like $60+ million next year.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's how he does this year in and year out.
Well, once again, he's insane.
Yes. All right. Chargers on the clock, and
who's it gonna be?
Final 2 minutes. I think they're staying put.
They are. The pick is in. It says so.
Oh yeah.
The pick is in.
I think it's Joe Alt.
Yeah, and I know Marsha mentioned that Joe Alt being 6'9" is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a monster of a man, and it fits in.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. It's what he wants to build, and rightfully so. He has the size of a quarterback to be able to handle a guy 6'9", 6'9" on the outside when you're trying to throw the football.
That's crazy.
You do need a 6'5" quarterback to pull that off.
It's going to be tough trying to throw over that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like, I can't see my receiver. Where is he going?
He's on the outside. Because he's on the outside. Just throw to the middle of the field, Justin.
There will be nothing if there will be nothing in the middle, because he'll be like, I can't. Where is he at?
Well, no, everything will be in the middle because Joe Alt will be on the outside.
Okay.
He's a tackle. Let's see. Come on. Just announce the pick. Just announce the pick already. Oh, look, the Sixers are losing.
Yeah.
You know what? I've had enough of you, okay?
Are they?
What? What did I do?
Pay attention.
You're giving me bad news.
I'm just saying. I didn't say it. I wasn't teasing you.
Well, thankfully, I won money today, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Because someone couldn't remember where Devontae Smith was.
Yes.
Drafted.
I made a bet with him on the Knicks, too. And he's like, well, why don't we make that 52? And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, well, this pick is in, and it's been in for a while. So I don't know if Roger fell.
He did a back surgery. They were very astute to announce that a couple times.
He's hurting, man.
I wish somebody would pick him up and break his back.
Come on, I know people trash Goodell, but he's been a decent owner, or not owner, a decent commissioner.
I'm not a fan of Goodell.
Compared to what the last guy was doing, yes.
Who, Tagliabue?
Yes.
I like Tagliabue better than Goodell.
At least Goodell charges domestic abusers.
His policies have been inconsistent.
Right.
Yes, there's been suspensions.
Right.
There was 0 suspensions with him.
It is Joe Alt. We called it. It is Joe Alt to the Los Angeles Chargers. So John Harbaugh, just as expected, and went and got protected for their franchise quarterback, which is so important. Keeping
on
him
the
up.
One hand, on the one hand, it's nice that it's expected you're helping Justin Herbert. But on the other hand, let's be honest, we're a little disappointed that chaos did not ensue.
I know, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like, come on, JJ McCarthy, Justin Herbert swap. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, it made too much sense, right?
Giants. Well, here we go. Now it gets interesting. Are the Giants, are they going to go with JJ McCarthy, or are they going to go
please,
with
I hope so.
Please, God.
JJ.
Please
And remember, they gave Drew Lock $5 million too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Giants, right?
Yes. Because so they owe Daniel all that money. They gave Lock money for no reason, and then you go and
quarterback for next year,
and you draft JJ McCarthy. Oof, that is a bad offseason. And you lost Saquon.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wanting them to draft JJ, and it's not. I think there's definitely a path, a reality where JJ is a good quarterback. At the same time, I'd rather take my chances with JJ than having to deal with Malik Nabers twice this season, because Malik Nabers is just filthy. So I'd rather, to me, JJ McCarthy is the.
Do you think Alt is a better pick for the Chargers, or if you were the general manager, would you have picked Nablers to help out Herbert?
I think Alt was the wise choice for the Chargers, because I think that also, not to say that none of them are neighbors, but if you're rebuilding, you got to look at the depth of the class, and the wide receiver class is just far deeper than the tackles.
Okay.
And to me, Joe Alt is that type of early top 10 grade for me too. So
Wayne Johnson-esque tackle.
If you go for, let's say you go for, say you draft a wide receiver, you draft Neighbors, right? When you get to the day 2, the choices at tackle just aren't as deep. So what I'm saying is for offensive linemen, your choices to build that aren't as deep as they would be wide receiver. Whereas now you have you get into day 2, you can get a wide receiver like you can get Ricky Pearsall.
No, that's a really good way of looking at it. I was thinking more so like kind of like us. We flopped with the Rager pick, so we went back to the well, and then you got Devontae. So I was wondering if maybe they were going to have that thought process similar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Malik Nabers here to the Giants too. So
Oh yeah,
I would-
I think it's Neighbors or JJ.
I think it's
Tom,
Neighbors,
don't-
or I think it's I think you could even go Edge and Turner here, even though they signed Brian Burns. They're not, you know how.
Let's not give them good ideas now.
Yeah, I don't want to, but
Can
there's some of the directions they have options of going.
we get the fax guy back?
What facts guy?
Who's the fast guy?
Their last GM is an idiot. Yeah, he was sending people faxes. That's how he's getting a hold of people.
Oh yeah. Oh god. The former Panthers GM. Oh my
yeah,
god.
Gettleman.
Yeah,
Gettleman, thank you.
Gettleman.
Oh, Dave Gettleman. Thank you.
He was a great one. Bring him back.
yeah.
You know, hang a
I
jersey.
miss him. I miss him. I miss Joe Judge.
Chris
Nothing
Chris Kaufman. Only earth-shattering news is AJ Brown. You know, three-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, which you probably already heard, but
Yeah.
that's the only earth-shattering Eagles news or draft news so far. Pretty by the
Pretty
book
cool.
after 4.
Yeah. It's pretty chalk after 5. So it'll probably be chalk. No. If I were to bet, I think they go with Neighbors. I think because they still have Daniel Jones are paying him like $500 million. So I think that they're gonna just end up going with building that.
There's
Yeah,
been a lot of discussion.
No, as you say, also had a lot of turnover at the wide receiver position too, right?
Oh, without a question,
so
especially
they
since
need-
Odell.
Yeah,
They have like 5 million. They have like 10 slot receivers on the roster, no one on the outside. So like,
Yep.
yeah, you need an actual wide receiver. So I think, it would be
And we got their only outside wide receiver.
wow, did Nick
Saquon.
just hit a half court shot at the
Yeah,
buzzer?
but after the buzzer.
After the buzzer, okay, it didn't count. Okay.
Nick's
What's the
lead
score? I'm
by
not
3. Nick's lead by
okay.
3.
It's Neighbors. They
It
got
is.
Neighbors.
Boo!
But no, yeah, the Knicks do lead by 3, but this game's open for business. Anybody can win this game. So
Yeah,
no,
it's only
it's halftime, so Sixers aren't getting rolled.
Yeah.
But yep, Malik Nabers to the Giants. So they try to get Danny Dimeless, a guy. So I'm sure, and I wouldn't even. I might have gone a Dunze here, but I mean that's fine.
You would have if you asked
He's
me. I
a
would've
Canadian dollar, if anything.
Who is?
Yeah, I'm happy if they were going to go wide receiver. I'm happy they went Neighbors over Dunze because I love a Dunze.
Danny Dimes.
So 7, who's up? It's the Titans. I think they go tackle. They go offensive line.
Yep.
They kind of have to. They kind of have to go offensive line, or if they trade out to get a good enough offer, maybe they trade back.
Tom, what are you drinking?
Back to the Chargers real quick. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple years ago they drafted Rashawn Slater, right? And now they drafted
Yeah.
Joe Alt. Like those are 2 really good bookend
Yes. Yes.
tackles, right, to build around. So they're
Yes.
John Harbaugh went in there and is starting to obviously continue what was done before. Those are 2 good young tackles, and one was
You
one
need
was
them.
Northwestern and the other was Notre Dame. So there's those Midwest kids that are oxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. That part of the offensive line is now established, and because of Greg Roman, they're going to be a run first team.
Mhm.
So that offensive line.
In a Greg Roman offense? Are you sure?
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I thought-
You've been with me for how long? Come on, I expect better from you.
Sometimes I can't tell.
It's like you don't know me anymore.
Neighbors.
Been away too long.
Titans on the clock. I could see Dallas Turner finally going here. And I've been saying his name for a few picks now, but I know they could also go offensive lineman for sure. But if you don't want to go on a reach party here, which is no reason to go reaching. So as long as if you want to go on a reach party, be my guest. But I think this is
That's how you end up with number 2 up there.
yeah, I mean this is take best player on the board. And that's who it is. So you're still going up front. You know what I mean? You're just not going off on the offense side of football, which we talked about. You can address later on, or unless you want to go Fontano. I hope I said his name right, from Washington, the guard. But
There's like, so it's funny because you got Fontenot. Yeah, is it Fontenot? Yeah, Fontenot. You got Fashanu. You got Waga. So like, I'm like studying these guys. I'm like, wait,
this is exactly why we can't draft them, because we will never be able to get their names correctly.
I'm like, I'm having trouble remembering which is which.
Exactly.
Even Latui Lata, right? You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, but with Lata, you can just be like, it's Lata. There you go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Philly trying to get these Samoan names right for a decade?
Yeah, wouldn't go well.
We can't even get Alshon Jeffrey right. Like, it's like Jeffries or we're always adding S's to shit.
Yeah, we do add a lot of S's to shit,
which I never understood. Castellanos, like, it's the mispronunciations, or we're adding extra letters.
Yeah, I mispronounce a lot, and I'm good with it. Right? I stand by it.
Yeah, you should.
I'm accountable for it.
But at least you know you're doing it. Most people are like, no, that's how you say their name. No, it's not.
Or you didn't just come up with like nicknames, you know?
Yeah.
That's all you need. You just come up with nicknames.
Flying Hawaiian.
So now that Caleb Williams has been picked, we're 1 second round pick away from the final draft haul or the trade haul from what they got for Bryce Young. So the Panthers got Bryce Young. Bears received DJ Moore, Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson, Caleb Williams, and they have 1 second round pick next year to complete that. I'd say they won.
Yes. Well, it's about like us. We're about to finish our deal with the Saints tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love draft trades. They're so fun. I also love drinking and watching football.
There's been no shenanigans yet. Everything's
it's not fair. I like shenanigans. They're nice.
And this pick is in too.
Yeah.
That was a little quick, wasn't it?
It was pretty normal.
Yeah. I feel like you got probably halfway down the ticker.
Yeah. And you don't expect the next couple teams. You got Atlanta, Chicago, the Jets. I mean, you could see Chicago trade back. I was reading, thinking here in the day, because they only have, even though they had the 2 in the top 10, they only have 4 overall.
Yep.
So you could see them drop back a little bit and try and recoup some, or you just stay there and take Bowers or take, another wide receiver.
I mean, you could go, what is his name? Romeo or Romo, or how do you say his name?
Adunzie?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. See, there's my mispronunciation right there.
Yeah, you could go get your quarterback a weapon.
Another weapon, yeah.
Or Brock Bowers. I think that would be a good move.
That's also not a bad one.
Yeah.
Because remember, they have decent weapons right now.
Oh, yeah. They're
pound the likes. Let's go. Let's get it going. Come on. It's draft night, baby.
They're arguably a playoff team already.
They should. So they got a wide receiver in free agency. Do you remember who it was? I'm blanking.
I just blanked too. Hold on. They did though.
It's not Mike Keenan Allen. That's who it is.
Keenan Allen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen to go with
DJ Moore.
Yeah, to go with DJ.
Yeah. But still, like, as a starting quarterback in the league, your wide receiver, your weapons are DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Cole Kmet still on. Cole Kmet, like that. That's a nice group of guys.
Oh, he's set up to succeed right away.
Williams. As they should. That's what you should do for your franchise quarterback.
He's not coming into a number 1 pick in the draft roster.
Correct.
He's not, because that defense was playing really well at the end of last year. Montez Sweat's part of that defense. They got some good players over on that defense. It's definitely not, like your usual first.
It's not your 2016 Eagles offense, essentially.
It's not your Carolina Panthers number 1 over, not 1, but you know what I mean? It's not your usual typical roster of a top 2 pick team.
And you go add someone like, how do you say his name again? I'm sorry.
Odunze?
Odunze, yes. So you add someone like Odunze, you add someone like Brock Bowers. Once again, that's adding even more firepower, and you're setting Caleb Williams up for nothing but success in Chicago.
I want them to draft Odunze so bad.
Should absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you think about it. They had 2 close games, the Broncos and the Browns.
Yep.
They had 2 close games that went against them. And then you had Justin Fields miss, 6-8 weeks?
Yep.
You know what I mean? If he doesn't miss that, with that defense, the way they were playing, they were a playoff team last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who's on?
We're waiting for the Titans.
On the clock. And we said it could be Odunze. It could be Dallas Turner.
Titans?
Yep. Could be a couple options. Could be
I think it'll be a lineman. It might be J.C. Latham, actually.
Yes, the more linemen go, the better. J.C. Latham.
I think they're going to go line.
Hey,
Latham.
They did. See, Chuck's is he's psychic.
No.
You almost call him
it's just chalk. Like, this is, after listening to so many pods and, this is just, you know what the team needs are and who's like you go where. This is probably where they get the pass rusher. I think Dallas Turner goes here.
I've been saying him for 5 picks now. So,
yeah. Tom, you're going to be right eventually. Don't worry.
Well, it makes sense too because now with the addition of Kirk Cousins, right? You in theory think you have your offense in set, right? Or at least
should
key pieces to your offense set.
Well, especially when I got 8 games on turf, right? When I got 8 games on turf, I want speed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it. So I got 8 games on turf. I want speed rushers. And you get one. You would be getting one with them.
And Latham's small. He's only 6'3".
He's not
6'9" like Alt, right?
What would you say his comp would be like?
I can't. I'm not that well versed in his.
Usually when they get drafted, they start comparing them immediately. So
ESPN has him comped to Jawan Taylor.
Interesting.
Wait, are you talking about Dallas Turner? Or are you talking about J.C. Latham?
Latham.
Oh, Latham. You're talking about Latham. I thought you were talking about Dallas Turner. Yeah, Jawan Taylor. That would be a good fit. Like, it's a hard with offensive linemen. I always have trouble.
Wow.
What?
The Falcons are drafting Michael Penix at 8.
What?
Yep.
At 8?
Yep.
I have him in like high 20s. Are you serious?
Here we go.
Wow.
Let's go.
I mean, you can spin it.
Who had that?
Nobody had that.
No one had that.
Nobody
Who had
that.
that?
I wonder what the odds were for Penix to be a top 10 pick.
So they were talking about this on PFF this morning or a few days ago on their pod, and they were talking about the numbers for Will Levis last year and how everyone expected him to go 2, and then fell all the way to the second round. Like, this is as crazy.
This is crazy. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's just crazy because.
So I
just gave a buttload of money to Kirk Cousins.
Like, what?
And now you're going to go take you're going to go draft top 10 with a quarterback? I mean,
you literally could have traded it back. You literally could have traded back into the first round.
I think because they see Kirk as being like.
They signed him for 4 years. It's not like they signed him to like a 1 or 2 year deal.
Don't. And it's not like Penix is young. We're like he needs.
It's like 25.
Yeah, he's like a 7-year senior.
Oh my god.
Well, we were waiting for chaos, right? We were sitting here talking. We were waiting for chaos. Yeah.
So the one thing people have been asking about lately is like, when does the draft start? I think it starts right freaking now.
Yeah, well, it starts takes somebody higher than you think, or reaches per se.
That wouldn't be a major reach.
I think Penix is really good. I don't understand it because of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
At 8 though, is he that good?
It could be.
You could be. There's a lot of people
that have taken him at 8.
There are a lot of people that have him.
I'll consider it
too, and a lot of people like there's a lot of variance with him. I think it's a matter of how much do you emphasize a pocket only QB. how much are you worried about his injury history? How much are you worried about his age? So like that's where the variance comes from. I think when it comes to pure throwing the football, it's arguable he's the best thrower of the football in this class. Just like when it comes to spinning it, he can throw it like anything.
Yeah, that's where my head is. I mean, I get the rest of it in the injuries. Like I'm not going to pound the table for him at 8, but I think he's the next best quarterback on the board. Well, him and McCarthy.
But
I mean,
it's close between them.
It's close, but
yeah, I mean, it's close.
Penix more polished right now throwing the football.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Listen, they have some kind of goddamn reason.
Well, you're right. I mean, you're right. It's the shocker is that it's the Falcons. It's like
us drafting Jalen Hurts when we drafted him. In conversations, like, wait, what? What are we doing? We just gave this guy money. What happened? And it's the same conversation. Like they just paid Kirk Cousins. Now, listen, I mean, they might be in for Kirk Cousins for a year, and maybe they're looking at deal. I don't know. Maybe they looked at deal Kurt after this year. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because you have a quarterback. That's what I don't understand. Like, who makes that pick down there?
Yeah.
Like, what do you know that we don't know?
A computer, maybe. I don't know.
Like, that's just a weird pick. Not because of talent, not because he's not top 10. It's because of like you just gave a guy $100 million guaranteed. I don't understand.
$180 million guaranteed. I'm trying to pull up the actual contract breakdown to see what like the dead cap would be if they were to get rid of him.
Yeah, when can they pull the trigger? Yeah,
it would. It's coming up now. Internet's going slow. Hold on.
Gotta love it, man. I love the draft. Oh God.
Michael Penix.
What the hell?
It is official.
Wow.
If nobody believes me, it's official now.
Please believe me.
Chicago Bears own the clock again.
I gotta
pee and get my little guy for bed.
Yeah,
so I'll be right back.
Good dad.
That's insane. Penix is insane to me.
That's
Greg. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I think I will say
I'll grant that he is, to me, he's the next best quarterback, but there's something about a lefty that I just can't trust in the NFL.
There's something about a 45-year quarterback in the first round.
And a 30-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
Brandon Weeden 2.0.
Now all of a sudden, Spotrac, you can't look up Spotrac anymore?
That's what I was.
Yeah, but they're down. They're down so often. I hate it. Like I'm trying to look up stuff.
Well, no, now it's even saying to look up Kirk Cousins stuff. It's premium. You got to pay for it.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
But the site must be down because the site is moving so slow.
So slow. Yeah, that's the problem I was having. I don't know.
4-year. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if the Falcon site shows the breakdown.
It's 180 million.
Yeah, 4-year, 180 million with 100 guaranteed.
Great
payout is reportedly set at Cousins receiving 90 million in 24-25 and another 10 in 26.
The dead cap has to be so high. That has to be a really high number for the dead cap.
I just don't get it, but
I guess this is why the Falcons are the Falcons, and they're constantly top 10 picking, right?
That's factual.
I mean, again, no shot at Penix. I like Penix. There's a lot of questions I have with Penix to go top 10. Obviously, the Falcons don't have those same concerns, but that's crazy to me.
It is pretty crazy. And you heard nothing about it.
Nope. Nobody in their no draft analysts would bet their house on Penix going top 10, top 15, maybe even the early 20s.
It's to me, and we've said it, like, it's the length of the contract to me that is shocking. Not the money, right? You can always get away from money, or
like if Cousins was there for 2 years, like I could be like, all right, cool. Penix
100% be on board. Be on board. Yes.
2 years he sits and then he's there. This makes no sense
Even
because
3 years.
Cousins is a lot of things, but he's consistent.
And he's durable.
Like if he was an up and down quarterback, I'd understand this. But like he's middle of the pack. This is what he's going to do. He's going to give you numbers. You're going to win 9 to 12 games this season with him. And you're going to be decent. But like I don't understand this. This is such a weird move.
Ooh.
I think this.
Yep. Ari, so Ari's ahead of the game. Ari Mirov, I love him, but yeah, Bears are taking
everybody's ahead of the TV broadcast.
Whoa!
Yep, Bears are taking a Dunze.
So I'm splitting time between the screen and what's my phone.
I try to, even though it's on mute, I try and watch the broadcast, so I kind of like feel like that I'm involved. And I hate how like it's become everybody's ahead of the broadcast.
I don't have a TV downstairs, so I'm watching the game from I'm watching it from like my little phone because it's charging right now. So
this is officially the earliest 4 QBs have been selected.
Wow.
The previous was when Josh Rosen was picked at 10.
Could this be the year we go 6 quarterbacks?
We've got to trade.
Who is it?
Vikings trading up one spot.
JJ McCarthy's going to the Vikings.
JJ's going to the Vikings. Yes.
Insanity. Let's go.
You know what's funny too is I kind of did think, and you kind of heard a couple, some rufflings today about the Jets were looking to move back, right? Acquire more picks. Just to kind of build around. So that makes a lot of sense for both of them. That makes a lot of sense for both
because they get picks and then they probably draft Brock Bowers.
Or you go, let's see, or you go Fashanu.
Yeah, but they need to win now. Like
they do, but you also got to protect Aaron Rodgers.
That's true. Yeah. I think Jets go O-line. But obviously the Vikings are going to go JJ.
Yep,
it's such a Vikings pick. I wonder how my Vikings family is
overrated white quarterbacks. Yes, it is 100% a Vikings pick. Christian Ponder 2.0.
Yeah, I think he stinks.
He's also old.
Oh man,
that Chicago team is pretty good.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Thank God we don't have to play them this year, right?
And they haven't even added anyone else in the draft, like just him alone.
Well, they only have a few picks. They only have 4 total, which is why the thought was they might trade out of 9 to kind of acquire a couple more.
Yeah.
But with what they're building out there, it's tough to turn away from a Dunze or.
This is, and I'll address this because like I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're building a great supporting cast for Caleb Williams. Why didn't they do this for Justin Fields?
They did.
People have to realize that Ryan Nielsen was the one who drafted Fields. So Fields went on, he was the GM. And when Ryan Poles came in, what's up, Pete? When Ryan Poles came in, he had to clean up everything that Ryan Nielsen put in there. It was a mess. Like it was like financial. There were like salary cap hell. They had a lot of bad contracts. So he had like the whole process of rebuilding that roster was going to take at least 2 years. Like he had to get rid of a lot and he had to build up assets. And now that's why we're going. And what's unfortunate for Justin Fields, for all those Justin Fields believers, is the fact that the timeline just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Like he hit his end of his rookie contract, but like it was always going to take this long to rebuild. Yep. So it's not it's not a matter of the Bears didn't build around him or like they did him injustice. It's about that Ryan Nielsen just messed up and Poles had to fix everything. So Fields, I think he went to a really good situation. He's going to beat out Russell Wilson, but I think the Bears are showing. I don't know. I think overall Ryan Poles is showing that he has done a really good job so far of rebuilding that Bears team. I think he deserves a lot of credit after the horrible job Ryan Nielsen did for the past several years.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, he's done an incredible job. When I look at the best offenses in football, I look at us and I'm circling over to them. Right? Maybe sooner rather than later, too, because that is a legit offense and a legit quarterback. And now he's got him another weapon. So I mean, he's coming in. You can't come into a better situation as a young quarterback. You really can't. I mean, you're set up to succeed right away. Set up to succeed right away. So
well, you could argue now. I guess you could argue JJ because JJ goes to the Vikings. So like it's pretty even. That battle for the NFC North, that is going to be one heck of a battle because you've got the Packers, you've got the Vikings, and now you got the Bears who could surprise people in in this upcoming season. Maybe they won't win it, but I'd be surprised if they're not fighting for a wild card. They've got talent. So NFC North is going to be really tough. And I forgot to even mention Detroit. I'm sorry, Detroit. So like all four teams, you can make an argument. All four teams are good teams.
Well, I definitely agree there.
Absolutely,
that's a really good division. When it came out of nowhere too, it used to be just dominated by Green Bay for years.
Yeah,
and
the only thing you could question about the Chicago is did they make the right move bringing Eberflus back? Right? If Eberflus is only on a 1-year short leash because of, like you said, what's been going on, now you drafted your quarterback, you put him with his guy and the current offensive coordinator, and then if nothing works and they don't make the playoffs and you make the change at coach, it's kind of like you can mimic to what the Sixers did by getting rid of Monty Williams and Jimmy Butler only to fire Brett Brown and get rid of Ben Simmons the next year. Right, that's how you set back the franchise. It's not giving Eberflus enough leash with Caleb Williams to go together.
Pick is in here too. The Vikings select JJ McCarthy. So
yeah,
expected. What up, Pete?
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't even need to. I'll introduce my fucking self. Sorry.
I said what's up. I added you to the stream. I said what's up.
No,
but you came in for me mid rant, so I was like, I ain't gonna stop.
I mean, there's no. I would say if you look at the NFC, there's 3 quarterbacks that you really can't. You can't say they haven't been given somewhat a good deck to start with, right? That's Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, Jalen Hurts, and now you have to put Caleb Williams in that. Yep, before he even takes his first NFL snap. I probably Agreed. This is just me. This is probably not going to be the sexy pick, but I probably would have went Brock Bowers at 9 instead of Roma Dunze, just because I think Brock Bowers is potentially provides more. He does more for your offense of what you already have. He's an answer. He's a problem that defenses may not easily have an answer to, and the talent may still be there. But I don't know how you forgot to defend the NFC North champions that should have won the NFC Conference Championship game and the Detroit Lions out of that whole division, out of those 3 teams that you mentioned. But I like kind of how what I'm seeing right now. Michael Penix at 8. Listen, I was looking at DraftKings before the draft went live, and I looked at him at the top 10 odds. Never would have thought that in a million years.
What were his odds?
Was his odds
like 3,000?
Plus 3,000? Plus 3,000 in the top 10? Yeah, plus 3,000.
Somebody's gambling inside that facility.
Can you imagine?
You could write that down. Somebody
honey on it.
Well, somebody in the Falcons room is definitely gambling on that bad boy.
Where's Jonte Porter at? Where's Jonte Porter at?
Check everybody's fucking phones up in here right now. Come on, get down. Yeah, everybody's phone.
So my buddy texted me, and I quote, "What the F is Atlanta doing?"
We still don't know, and we're not going to know. That's the problem. For a long time, we're never going to know this. Well,
Ritter's not there anymore, right? He's gone. Didn't they trade Ritter?
Yeah.
Yes.
They traded Ritter.
Yeah,
So
much quarterback movement that I have no idea anymore.
I think he's gone. I would have loved to see Penix go to Minnesota just because the pocket passer and O'Connell system. I mean, Penix, he's a happy kid. Anytime you work this hard in your life, a quarter of your life, this is the one goal that you've had for the last 5 or 8 years, and now you're a top 10 pick. You get that rookie contract. Your life has changed forever, right? When it comes to the money, as long as you don't do something stupid, you don't have a Trent Richardson-like circle around you.
Fingers crossed.
So, I mean, that's the one shocker so far. I kind of was shocked that Alt went before Latham after all the talk we were hearing. Latham, as the top 5 pick, was plus 250. Alt was plus 280. None.
Zero. Zip.
Yet, by the way.
Nada.
My dude still isn't going here yet either, which is amazing.
What, Turner?
In today's NFL, like that's absolutely amazing. Somebody's getting a steal. If I'm Howie Roseman, I might start figuring out a way to get on up that. We talked about Terrion Arnold. We talked about other players, but I mean Dallas Turner, like in most drafts to me, is a top 5 pick. Like I nobody values ends anymore. Nobody values the edge.
I do, but I value Latu higher over Turner though, because I just think Latu has a higher ceiling.
They can fool me all day. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? Dallas Turner wasn't even on my top 5 favorite prospects. I'm just saying that he's a top 5 worthy pick. For teams that value the edge, absolutely. Yeah. And if you don't want to say 5, then Pete, and you want to say 10, fine. But it's almost crazy to see Penix go 8 and Turner still on the board through 10.
QBs, the top,
like,
it's
right?
QBs.
No,
it's
absolutely.
QBs. Yep, it's the QBs.
But that's what we needed.
And you have.
You're both right. We needed that. Like,
you have three blue chip wide receivers who are, you can make a case, are like in any other draft class they'd be the top wide receiver. So like it's so cool. Like it's just unfortunate circumstance, I guess, for the pass rushers. Like they would absolutely go top 10, but these 5
my 2 favorite guys are still.
It's an offensive draft so far.
Eagles guys. My 2 favorite guys for the Philadelphia Eagles are still on the board, and that's Terrion Arnold and that's Brock Bowers. So anyway, we slice this, and people can come at me on Facebook because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. But when Dallas Goedert's out week 4, right, for an extended period of time, you're going to be like, we should have drafted Brock Bowers. So don't tell me about Jalen Hurts in the middle of the field. He needs to get better there. So I can't not draft things because of what I think my quarterback can and can't do. Right? For any quarterback, your best friend's a tight end. That dude's a specimen and a problem. That's a can't miss tight end for a decade. So come on. If I'm not trading the world to go up there either, right? It's got to be worthy. But now, with the drop of things, now you got the potential of some of these guys falling to 14, 15, 16, which you have way easier to get up there, and you have more to be able to, and you have enough to be able to do that.
Yeah.
One of the best scenarios right now is you get to 14 or 15, and both Arnold and Quinyon Mitchell are still available, and Latu. Because at that point, and maybe me up there. Because I'm telling you right now, after this pick, this Jets pick, I don't know where you guys are at. I'm watching. I got the Sixers on. I got a whole lot of. I got a situation.
I'm also on Twitter, and Ari is ahead of everyone.
And
so I know who the pick is.
That's fun.
The pick should be the pick for the Jets should be Brock Bowers or Fatanu or Oli Fashanu. One of them.
Yep. We were
a tackle or Brock Bowers. That's who it should be.
I can say it if you want me to say it.
I don't care.
Yeah. They took Fashanu, Olu Fashanu.
Really?
The tackle from Penn State.
From Penn State.
Yeah. I swore they were going to take Bowers.
The way it works is if you keep him upright.
Yeah.
So we know how the game works.
Yeah, because he got injured
on that turf.
He's not 32, right, anymore.
He's 42.
I know. You say like, guy's not 25 anymore. Now you got to him. He's like, he's not 32 anymore.
Yep, absolutely. I think it's a good pick.
OG Anunoby just rolled up Tyrese Maxey.
I know. That's what I just said. I didn't think you heard me. I said Tyrese Maxey's down. This is fun.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Yo, this is goddamn. Listen, Wednesday night, people, go back and watch. If you didn't watch last night, I think it was last night, where Crone was saying the league wants the Celtics Knicks. And if you looked at the first quarter, the first 10 minutes of this game, we had 4 reviews. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, can we tell
where was this the last 30 seconds?
Silence.
Yeah, well, that's what's annoying. Like now you want to be. I don't want to shift too much here, but now you want to be hands-on. And me and Crone will be doing a post gamer when the Sixers go final too, over on Facebook and Twitter. So you can go follow us over there. If you're over on YouTube now, if you want some Sixers action. I should say.
So Fashanu's the pick at what, 11?
We're up 73-66, by the way. We're on a 9-0 run, Martian.
Yeah.
9-0 run.
It's just the fact that we just got to play some sort of semblance of defense at some point. When you look at it was a stretch, not more. Well, I don't want to get too far off because the draft is out, but it's a lot of commercial ad. They got to pay for a lot of shit, right? So I think it was a stretch on the end part of the first half. I think OG was going and getting some buckets down, and I won't say easy, and then DiVincenzo had the dunk. The play, the possessions coming back, it was Embiid on the elbow ISO ball. I'm like, why does it have to be so hard, right? It was one play where I think they set a bubble screen for Embiid on the corner. He flashed through, had an easy layup to the lane. Like, we need to run more sets. I get it, but at the same time,
you're calling that, you loser. You're calling that. That's a terrible call again by these guys. Terrible call.
Did they call that on Embiid?
No, they called that on Maxey, and
Good.
he's behind him because Bron just kept
he's
backing his
trailing.
ass into him before he shot. Like, so he backs into his space and then shoots it, and they call a foul. Like, you can't back into the player's space that's behind you either or in front of you. That's their space. That's 101 refereeing.
We're supposed to get rid of that too in the NBA.
Yeah, and they don't get rid of shit. So obviously Brunson gets 2.
When I played ball back when I was in high school, never once did I go around the pick and got in front of somebody and tried to purposely slow down. For what? That was that you're behind me now. I'm not concerned with you. You're in my past. You're in my rear view. These dudes be looking for contact and wanting to go to the line.
I hate that. I hate that part of it. Yeah, it's.
I don't mind going hard to the basket and one contact, right? Like, it's a different thing. It's like two different things. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, guys want on every play.
Yeah, every play. They think they get fouled at every play.
Did you guys back threes, by the way, and be back-to-back threes?
Back-to-back
79.
You're ahead of 79-70.
Yeah, I'm not watching on TNT. It's delayed for some reason. So
no, I'm on Sportsnet. I'm on the iPad though.
Hartenstein just dunked it from the Statue of Liberty. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. That was nobody wanted to play defense on the other side there.
Exactly. What did I say?
Well, that's when I get a timeout, right? Because I'm on a run. I'm on the run. Now I get a timeout. Let guys breathe for a minute. That's a bad shot. And he made it. Oh my God. 3 straight 3 for Embiid. I said, bad shot. Got it.
Buckets.
Terrible shot. And a wink. Sixers up 10, baby. Let's go. Find a way. Keep extending.
Win some more money.
Josh Hart's making threes again. I'm done.
So he can't hit threes all season long. And then all of it.
Back to the draft.
Josh Hart.
I can't watch Josh Hart hit threes anymore. Back to the draft.
Yeah. I was going to ask a question about thoughts on the extension. Did you guys talk about it at all?
We did. I opened with it. We didn't get as I said, we were going to get to it because we were going to have downtime, and here we are. So let's talk about it.
So fantastic. 3 years, $96 million, 84 guaranteed, average AAV $33 million. If you just look at the deal, not the guarantee, where the hell is this money coming from? Does that change his cap? That doesn't change his cap hit this year, though.
It does.
No.
It does change his cap hit this year?
I thought it does. I thought it saves them.
Yeah, it's 10 less. They have $10 more million next year, too, because of it, supposedly.
Next year, okay.
Jesus.
Next year,
because remember, they were supposed to have
Go ahead, P.
Prior to everything, they were supposed to have $50 to $60 million for next year's cap space. Before the 2 extensions they signed. So I can only imagine how much they saved.
Yo, QBs. Guess.
Another one?
Broncos.
Another one?
Did they go Bo
Nix?
They went Bo Nix.
Are you serious?
So what's that? That's Penix, Bo Nix.
That's 6.
That's 5.
5.
Can they go? Isn't the record 6?
I think the record is 6, but at this point, who else? But like I said, this is what you needed.
That's all I think.
This is insane because
I think Bo Nix is really good. So
the last few years, that's been like the talk.
The next best QB is Spencer Rattler. I don't think he's gonna be.
Bo Nix is the point guard of this draft. Like you plug him. And Sean Payton, if you just trust what Payton has to say and you just go follow his system, it works. But now my thing is you have Cortland Sutton and KJ Hamler.
Well, Cortland Sutton's be rumored to be on the move today or this weekend.
So I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's where if they still had Judy, but if Judy wanted to do what Judy wanted to do, you really don't have I don't think Peyton. It's a building thing there. You the fact that I've never seen literally the process bears. That's what I'm gonna call them. They did this shit in 2 years and had as much draft equity and capital as the Sixers did in the Hinkie area, and we'll see how it pans out. But good God Almighty, you went from you literally Justin Fields had beans in a can cooked over a campfire. Caleb Williams got dry aged prime rib, cooked that roof Chris. You see what I'm saying? It's two different types of meals.
we go.
Stop crying. Stop crying over there.
Now for Fields. Is that what we're? Is that what
No, I'm not making excuses for Fields.
Like he couldn't get it done. Like this.
It ain't always this easy for guys to come in with that kind of talent around them. So it's a different story. But the comparison on skill set ain't even close. I was riddle the world that. Like Justin Fields and Caleb Williams, they ain't even on the same. They ain't on the same playing field.
Oh, not close.
And Justin Fields is a tremendous athlete. Nobody's taking that.
One is a Benz, one is an Acura.
And honestly, the biggest kudos goes out to Carolina's Panthers stupidity. This doesn't look as bad if they drafted CJ Stroud, right? We all can admit that. Who's a
if wishes were fishes,
but that's just that.
They would
that's
get
just the fact of the matter. But Justin Fields, the ceiling on him, the standard on him is so bad. You're in Pittsburgh now. All you gotta do is play with some sort of mediocrity, and you're going to be the best quarterback they had since Ben Roethlisberger because they haven't.
Marshall, it's okay. I got my front row seats to the haters' ball.
You stop sipping. I mean, it's like you hear PY sipping like it's like we're at a.
It looks like he's Manny Pacquiao.
Like I feel like the pinky's out and every pick. Like I feel like he's like a general manager tonight. You know what I mean? He's an exec. I feel like he's sipping like an executive tonight.
Has Hield hit a 3 yet?
No.
Has he been in a game yet?
Yes, and
he's been in the game. Campaign had 2 threes in like 5 minutes.
And a bucket.
Are you serious?
And a bucket. I told you were here.
He hasn't done anything in like 2 games, so that's why I was like shocked.
He literally the first 3 shots Campaign put up were 3s, and they were bucket. Like it was like he had no conscience.
Another one. Just made another one.
Oh my god, 3.
Up 11. Pinky out. All day.
Nick Nurse gave Campaign the green light, yo.
It's because I trashed him last night. I didn't trash him, but I did. I poo-pooed him last night for sure.
Greg with the reverse psychology.
NBA Finals. He's the only guy on our roster that's been in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
That's not a foul. That's a fucking terrible call again.
Don't make no sense, bro.
This is why I can't watch it.
I've never seen refs like be able to admit that they were wrong, and then nothing happens. Like
nothing happens.
So supposedly they could have put.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
So supposedly, you know how they were gonna put like an order in or a review on whatever happened. Supposedly, you're allowed to do that, and if there's like enough evidence, they can overturn the decision of the game, or they can restart it from like that moment. Like that was
that barely happened in the regular season. That's really not happening in the postseason.
Yeah, they reported that earlier today, and they decided not to do that, and they're just like, "All right, we lost." I never knew that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
This would be the highest scoring game of this series, though, so far. And for that, I don't like because we've seen this team crumble.
Well, we're up 10 still, so let's just keep fighting. Let's keep fighting. We're up 10. Bo Nix is the pick going to the Denver Broncos. In case you missed it. So I think a very good pick for the Denver Broncos.
This works out really well for the Eagles. Obviously, having 6 quarterbacks go.
The run on QBs, man.
These prospects are just falling closer, so that really does help. So that's good news.
Because you still got Turner on the board, you got Latu on the board, you got Fatanu still on the board. If he gets a striking distance, you got Brock Bowers still on the board. You got Quinyon Mitchell. I mean,
yep.
The only real knock I have against Bo Nix is he's got the same name as the biggest draft bust in recent history, and that's Bo Callahan.
Who the hell is that?
Just remember, nobody went to Bo Callahan's birthday party.
No one went to his birthday party.
Another 3 for JoJo. Another 3 for Embiid, baby.
I gotta love you right now, buddy.
35 he got 35 through 3 quarters.
It's a draft day reference there, baby.
I love it.
Oh, that's I was like, who the fuck is
Bo Callahan.
Bo Callahan.
Just remember, he ignored the $100 bill at the end of the playbook because he didn't read it, folks.
He didn't read it.
So I literally watched that with a buddy like a few days ago who knows nothing about football. He's like, "Why are we watching this? It's draft week. We have to watch it."
My friend who's a Jets fan, he was
I'm sorry.
We were talking about it too, and he hates Caleb Williams, so he already thinks
Fred's a weirdo.
So he was watching it. We were watching it, and we were talking about it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm rewatching it now," and Bo Callahan reminds me a lot of Caleb Williams. I'm like, you're probably talking about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson was more so Bo Callahan than Caleb ever was. Caleb Williams' teammates actually like Bo Callahan. I mean, actually like Caleb Williams. So.
I saw something that said Caleb. It's like if Prince was playing quarterback because he's so like he's so.
So he's the coolest quarterback in the league.
Yeah, one of the all-time greats.
So he's a G. He's going to be a G.
You can make the case that Bo Nix literally could. The argument of going to, that's where I feel like the Denver Broncos just hit a home run here, because I feel like he could easily go too. Right? It could go Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, McDaniels, or vice versa, or 3. He's right up there. He's right up there with those guys. He's in that mix, wherever you want to put him. I'm not saying he's 2 on my board. I'm saying he's somewhere in that. You can make the argument he's in that top 3 conversation. Right?
I know people that like him.
In normal years, Chuck, normal years, he could be a number 1 overall guy if there isn't a lot out there. No, listen to what I'm saying, PY, before you reel me, because you didn't totally listen to what I'm saying. If there ain't
too busy sipping.
Yeah, too busy sipping, right? My point to you is that if there isn't a deep quarterback draft and there isn't that dude, he would be that dude.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
He has the intangibles to be that dude.
If he was the age of JJ McCarthy, he'd have been number 3 overall.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly. These guys are such dryer sheets sometimes they get caught up in the age. Now, I think Penix is the best thrower in this draft, but I think Nix is right with him. Like, if you want to talk about guys who can do both, Bo Nix can run around, he can make plays, he can throw the deep ball, he can throw on time, he throws in rhythm. Like, he's a pocket guy first and foremost that can make plays outside the pocket. I'm telling you, with Sean Payton, this is a. I don't care about Denver Broncos. This is a home run pick for them.
I think
it's a home run pick.
What's good about Bo Nix?
Oh, God damn it!
I know. I just saw it too. Yep. Raiders got Brock Bowers.
Oh, Raiders.
Yeah.
All right. So one of our guys, Chuck.
Yeah, he's gone. But like what I like about Bo Nix is what Pete said. He's like the point guard of this class. He will make the right decision. He will. He's like a coach's best friend in terms of a quarterback. In that, like, you have a system, he will execute it. He won't make mistakes. He won't turn the ball over, and he's just smart. I think what people are questioning is like, okay, are you willing to be more aggressive when you need to? Are you willing to take the shots downfield, or was that more so of Oregon's offense? You know Oregon's offense is always like sideline to sideline, quick throws, shallow, short game. So the question mark is like, is Bo Nix willing to throw down the field and be aggressive? So,
but
that's the question.
Early in his career, though, he played at Auburn in the SEC, and he did throw push the ball down the field. He didn't have the success, the team success that he had at Oregon, but he wasn't a cakewalk when he was during his time at Auburn either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I could see him having like a type of, like, in best case scenario, I can see him being kind of like how Brock Purdy is. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, hey, you get him in the right system, execute, just go there, don't lose the game, and win it for us. You know what I mean? So
I just think he has elite upside too. Like, I know he's like a senior, I get that, but just because you're a senior doesn't mean you don't have goddamn upside.
Fifth year senior.
Yeah, like fifth, whatever, dude. Everybody's going to be when it's all said and done. Every athlete reclasses their ass nowadays. So, right, I watch it. I watch it firsthand. So I don't get caught up in the age as much as the talent. Just because he's a fifth-year senior, there's still room to grow, right? And if there's still room to grow, which I do believe there is, he's got a chance to be a dude for them. That's my point. Like, he's got a chance to be a dude. He's played in the weather games. He can handle that. Right? I think those types of things matter too when we're having these conversations. Caleb Williams played it, beautiful USC, right? So a little different going to the Windy City, babe. And we all know that. You got 8 games there. Now, not everyone's going to be the frozen tundra, but how do you play in that weather? Bo Nix has played in that type of weather. Now, I'm not telling you Denver cold, but I'm telling you still cold in Oregon.
That's not even just the cold. It's just like the oxygen. Like that is a different.
Well, the wetness, the dampness of Oregon, though, right? Like we factor in his numbers and damp. It's a wet blanket, right?
Yeah,
it's what it is. It's always wet there. So like that even now, Mariota did it, but I think he's a different skill set, right? I think we can all agree there. He's a thrower of the football.
Yeah, it's a
right
first guy.
Mariota was different. Pete, smile.
I want to say that
you want to go back to that?
The Saints are in a very advantageous position, needing help on the defensive line, and you got Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner available to you, Latu available to you.
I like Byron Murphy a lot too, but
I love Byron Murphy. But then if we draft Byron Murphy, you're pretty much saying Jordan Davis is a bust.
It's not necessarily,
because I mean, not unless he can play a different technique.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, maybe they make him
keep him fresh, just rotate him.
Yeah, because you can't play him every snap. You know that. We all know that. Not making like saying you're going to go draft that guy, but I'm not going to trade up for him. But if he fell in my lap somehow, I'll say hello. You know what I mean? It's all about falling laps. But there's so much talent on the board that like I don't have to do that. That's the other side of it too, Pete. Right? There's so much talent still on the board because of the quarterback run.
God bless them.
The early wide receiver run and a quarterback run is why we're at where we're at, and why the Raiders fell in shit.
And I think with Byron Murphy,
defensive player has been taken.
With Byron
That's
Murphy,
amazing.
like, he's not Jordan Davis. He's like a nose tackle. You only can play him at 0 tech or 1 tech, right? Because he's a nose. He plugs the gap. I think Byron Murphy's a different skill set. But Byron Murphy, he can play all along the line. So like if the Eagles were to draft, I'm not saying they should, but if they were to draft Byron Murphy, like you'd have a guy who can do similar to what Cox did in terms of deployment, because you can
he's more of a pass rush guy.
You know what I mean? And then like because if you want someone, you have a good rotation. If you want a good rotation on passing downs, you can take Jordan Davis off and put Byron Murphy in with Jalen Carter and mix up some things. So I think it could work. So just hypothetically, I don't see them taking Murphy, but that's just hypothetical.
I think they take somebody on the D line, and I bet money everybody thinks the pick at 15 is going to be a corner. I think with them still having Fatanu on the board, they go Fatanu, and you put him at left guard, and you got Quentin Nelson and Fatanu, and then Jesus Christ, Jonathan Taylor is going to get back to normal, and if he can stay healthy, and that's a good line. You know what I mean? So that's literally like it's Quentin Nelson all over again. This on the other side.
Well, my question is, when's Howie coming up?
Yeah,
he
right.
Honestly, it's going to be Jacksonville. If he's there at 15,
I think it's Seattle.
If who's there? Who are we saying there?
I'm not saying like, but at 16,
Mitchell
even Seattle at 16. If Mitchell and Arnold are still on the board, he doesn't even need to go to 16 because Seattle not taking a corner.
No,
he needs to get to 18 and then be comfortable with whatever Jacksonville does at 17. Jacksonville may reach for a wide receiver at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville is prime Brian Thomas territory.
Yeah, I just think they have a really good relationship with Seattle. I could 100% see them trading with Schneider.
If they trade with Schneider, it's literally just swapping picks and them giving up one of the seconds. That's it. And if that's all you got to give,
I think it could be less. I mean, less in terms of it could be that.
Sixers are collapsing in front of our face right now.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, wonderful. I think that would be the base, but I think Seattle, we could get more back from Seattle. We could get like their 3rd round pick. So I think, so that we'd be moving up, and then with that 2nd round pick, we'd be moving back. You know what I mean? All the way to the 3rd round. So I think that would be a good case. Whereas if you were trading to the top 15, I don't think you're getting a 3rd round pick back from one of those teams. I think the few spots dictate where it's just equal.
Would you not?
But with the way the board's fallen and how all the defensive guys are there now, right? So if you, in theory, if you're going defense, do you hold any stock in just waiting and seeing what falls to you because of how it's fallen, right? Because now everybody's jumped up, and you're in that point now where you're 6-7 picks away, and you got 8 potential targets. You're bound to get one of them.
Yep,
maybe.
It all depends on where you're at.
I forgot about Amarius Mims too. Is still on the board. Yep.
If you're at 16 to 18 and Arnold is still there, like you got to go out and get him.
Well, this is a shocker. Thomas has not heard this. I don't know who else has heard this, but I'm Mitchell over Arnold every day of the week. That's
No,
just me.
we know that.
You know what I
we
mean?
know that.
You two know that guy
Once again, like
over there.
I like Arnold.
He muted
more
himself.
than
He's trying to talk to me right now.
I'm not against it. I'm not against him. I like Arnold a little bit better, but I'm not. It's not like a regular to me per se. And Jefferson, it's not like that level of difference, right?
Yeah.
So
let that not ever happen again.
well, I'm not trying to go back. I'm just trying to make a comparison because that's all I have when it comes to the Eagles, right? Like that kind of night where there's elite talent on the board, and we went to maybe the least elite of all of them. So I mean that happens. Yeah. You know, that's part of the sport.
Yeah.
You're going to miss.
Like I like Arnold more than I like Mitchell, but like if they went up and got Mitchell, I wouldn't hate it. Like
I'd be happy.
That's a really good player. I just like Arnold a little bit more just because of the competition he's facing.
Agreed. Doesn't take anything away from the lack of competition per se.
Yeah.
But I give that a little bit more stock when it's a tiebreaker.
You're playing against NFL players in the SEC.
Only when it's a tiebreaker.
I think with Mitchell, what you can we can counter to that a little bit is Mitchell did go to the Senior Bowl and like dominated. So
probably did.
True.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's jumped up boards. I mean, it ain't by accident.
Yep.
And he wanted to smoke. I would think it was the afternoon practice at Senior Bowl. It was whoever the best wide receiver there, senior wide receiver.
Yeah,
he wanted him.
Was it Roman Wilson?
Yes, Roman Wilson.
Every
snap.
Every snap
every snap, and Mitchell wanted it.
Yep.
He wanted him every snap, and I mean, it could be a poor man Sauce Gardner. I'll take that.
There you go.
They took Fuaga.
Yeah, Saints got Fuaga.
I forgot he was still available.
Right?
Yeah, he's still on the board. No defensive player so far.
I need Buddy Hield to get in the game in garbage time and hit a 3 for my parlay to hit. I cannot believe campaign that took Buddy Hield's minutes. This is amazing.
When you score, you take minutes, right?
When you can't score and can't play defense and can't rebound,
you
don't see the field or the court.
You're right in the pine, baby.
Especially against a scrappy team like the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially against a defensive team like the Knicks who can rebound. Buddy Hield couldn't rebound against me.
Only up 9 now, under 8 minutes to go. We were up as much as 15 with no Embiid on the court. Obviously, they made their run. I feel like we're getting fouled all the time, and there's never a call.
Nope.
Which is amazing. And then they finally call one on Paul Reed, and anybody passes it to Tobias, and Tobias bangs a 3. So it doesn't count.
Yeah. Probably only shot Toby's head all day.
Yep. So the Colts are on the clock.
All day, all series.
This is what I think.
Colts, you could see taking a corner. So this is where I
corner or
pass rusher,
offensive tackle,
or
when
guard.
we see a pass rusher,
honestly, the Colts can go. They can go so many different ways. I mean, honestly, if you look at them on defense, this would have been an ideal spot for Brock Bowers to go to if he didn't go at 13.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope the Colts go pass rusher. I hope they stay away from corner because that means the corners keep dropping.
And he should be ashamed of himself. And B should be. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
He should be ashamed of himself.
He went like this too to him. We need all 3 of these, Pete. We need all 3 of these. Got the first one.
We cannot pad the lead enough in the fourth quarter.
No, we need to make free throws because Paul Reed went 1 for 2, and you're like, come on, man, just make them.
We could be
with the way the refs are playing. You got to be up 20.
Yep.
I still wouldn't feel good with a 20-point lead. I still wouldn't feel good.
Nope. I would need at least 30.
It's more than just that, though, PY. We've seen the collapse at the Wells Fargo by the Sixers in multiple occasions.
I know, but like you're not getting any help when you're up 5 and all of a sudden, like your coach is calling a timeout. They're like, "No, that's good. Play through it."
This shifts all momentum, boys. We win this game, momentum shifts a little bit.
Exactly. The pressure is on.
Now it's real. Yeah. Who would have thought this many Knicks fans in the crowd? That's what I'm absurd about.
Yeah, behind the bench.
I am pissed that there are this many Knicks fans.
I don't want to see that.
It's not a long travel for them. It's like what, less than 2 hours.
Yeah, Sixers back up 12 now. So
there we go.
Need a stop, a bucket. Try to put this game out.
What we need is Terrion Arnold. That's what we need.
I forgot
we
was still out there.
Colts have been on for a while here.
Kirk Cousins was not given a heads up that Atlanta Falcons will be taking Penix.
Of course not. Hold on. Of course not, Chuckster, because that's what bad organizations do.
Excuse me. He is a good Christian boy. He's going to be completely okay with this. He's going to go to church.
I forgot all about Kirk Cousins is there. So Michael Penix is just sitting. Wow. Why would you?
Yeah.
What talent that was on the board?
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
You can't make it up unless you're trying to hopefully get out of Kirk's deal in like a year or two.
Don't worry. There's
right?
going to be a story out later that like him and Michael Penix are going to go to church on Sunday or some BS like that. They're like, they're going to pray together and they're going to figure out a way to work.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but at this point in the draft, like if there's a guy I want, I got to go get him.
Yep.
Right. At this point, if there's a guy that I valued as a top 10 player,
there's nothing but defensive guys available.
Yeah. Like I'll use Dallas Turner. I'll use Mitchell. I'll use Terrion Arnold. Like if there's one of those guys that you feel is top 10 talent, Cooper, whatever, that you feel was top 10 talent that is now on the outskirts and sitting around, 15,
and you get
16.
him at like 16 to 19 or whatever the hell it is. Like, God bless you. That's a steal.
Oh, I see it.
Who is it?
And beat another three for the big fella.
Get it,
111.
I see the pick. You let me know if you want me to say
Are we mad? Are you mad about the pick?
I'm not. I won't say.
Is it anybody that we want?
Well, it's someone I wanted, but it's not like it was like not everyone wanted him.
They took Fatano, didn't they?
No.
Line, what position?
Defense. They went on the defense side.
Latu?
Yeah.
Oh, they took Latu.
I can see that because they really don't have a pass rush.
I'm okay with that. Oh, we're getting there, boy.
God, what? Like I did not expect this to be there.
I didn't expect this much offense to go through. This is the problem right now, though. This is the shit I don't like. Is the fact that Howie's going to have an array of options. He won't be able to make a decision. That's what I'm worried about. Is that
no,
get that,
get that shit out of your brains. All right, we passed that now. No. This is a new Howie. This is new Howie. This is new Howie, Pete.
We saw new Howie when it's in the top 10. Like, let's see what new Howie does when it's in the 20s. History has shown he is not great in the 20s.
Move up.
Bro, the point is you're going to be good in the 20s when top 10 talent is still in the 20s. That's the whole point.
I hear you, but what's our chances? This is the pessimist.
There are guys to be had.
Me right now.
The pessimist.
I'm a pessimist when it comes to this shit.
You're a pessimist? Is that what you said?
No, because Pete, bro, if we got guys we like and we draft a guy that we really like, then what are we pessimistic about? That's the point. If we draft the guy, we're like, wait, what?
Most of us like Nolan Smith at 30 last year. How did that pan out?
I didn't. I thought there was better talent, and I'm a Georgia guy, and I'm an SEC guy.
Oh, yeah. That pick should have been Brian Burns all day. But I forgot Jared Verse is still on the board.
How's it Brian Burns?
Not Brian Burns, Brian Branch. Brian Branch.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a Branch pick for me and Chucks. We talked about it.
Hell yeah, Tom.
I wasn't stashing. I'm not in the business of stashing in the first round.
I wanted Branch.
Unless it's offensive lineman. That's the only place I stash. If you don't stash, you don't stash defensive players in the damn first round. You stash offensive linemen in the first round. That shit's it. Or maybe you stash a quarterback late first round, right? Middle first round.
That's a top 10 pick you were getting at 30. Like I understand the thought process with Smith. I really do.
Yeah, but
I would have been fine with Branch too.
You asked me and Tom. Tom also had Branch.
The top 15 pick.
Yeah, we wanted Branch was like a top 15 player for us. So like that's the thing. Like if I remember, I had a higher grade on Branch than I did than I did on Smith. So like I'm being consistent with my board, and Tom and I Branch was one of the guys we agreed on since the jump. Like we wanted Branch really bad.
And when we usually do, we're usually on to something.
Has he put on weight? If he put on like 10 or 15 pounds, we may have a chance.
Yeah. First off, I'm not out on Nolan Smith either. Like, don't get this twisted. I'm not telling you he wasn't going to turn in to a big time pass rusher over time. Yeah, I think he will. But my point is, when you're looking for players, I'm looking at the first round now for the stash game. That's the argument. And again, you had top 15 talent sitting on the board, and you poo-pooed the middle of the field. Because sometimes you fall in love, right? He falls in love with the line. And I get it, but sometimes you overly fall in love with it. You can't overly fall in love with it.
I think if Smith wasn't available, if he went like a few picks earlier, I think Branch could have seriously been the pick.
Maybe.
I just think the value is too high. I think the value is too much.
Yeah. We could have used them too. God damn.
I think honestly, I think there was a
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's too could have used them.
They're there. It's okay.
Branch, yeah, we could have used them.
You wouldn't have had here's it.
You wouldn't have Sidney.
You draft Branch. You could have still drafted Sidney, but you wouldn't have had to put the money in the Chauncey like that.
Yep.
Those resources could have went elsewhere.
Yep.
That resource could have been maybe you can't draft a linebacker. Maybe you would have had enough money at that point to sign a Patrick Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said Patrick Queen only signed for 3 years, $41 million, like 25 guaranteed.
That's more the Eagles would have given for a linebacker. They don't.
You get the hell out of here. I'll give him whatever he wanted.
I think the point is money could have been allocated elsewhere.
Right.
No, yeah, and that's fine, but it just wouldn't have been for Patrick Queen.
Why not?
You never know. You never know.
Why not?
We don't know this.
You said Saquon. We didn't think Saquon.
Drafted in 21.
We didn't think Saquon, right?
Yeah.
We didn't think Saquon, and that happened. So I'm not going to say never. You know, he went out and gave Devin White a one year deal. He did show some value to it to a point, which makes me a little happy. And he did draft Nakobe Dean. He just can't help that he's always hurt. So he's tried to value it a little bit, but not enough. And hopefully the Devin White one is more an example of doing that. And another guy I love, and I know a lot of people don't want him in the first round, but is an Edgerrin Cooper. Like I'm extremely high on him, and I think in normal drafts he's a first round guy. I don't know how he's fallen out of the first round. I don't know, but that dude can play.
I like Junior Colson. I'm a Junior Colson.
We know.
Well, Tom doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah.
Look, when you hear Chuck say something like 45 times, it's just like.
Let me just clarifying. I don't even know who that is, and I hate to say that live on a show. Like usually,
he's a Michigan linebacker.
So him and Max Melton, they're are Chuck's one true loves right now.
And by the way, the Knicks has made 2 threes in a row to cut it to 8.
You gotta be kidding me.
What's the score?
Right at the 5 minute mark too, bro.
Yeah, 113-105.
This is what do they do in a red zone? The witching hour. The wins become losses and losses become wins. 5 minutes in the fourth quarter for the Sixers.
And Joel just keeps taking it to the basket. Just got fouled again. And
fantastic.
He's limping, but he's attacking. Right? He's limping, but he's attacking.
I forget who it was. I was talking to someone earlier today, and they're like, whatever you're gonna take Joel. I wish we could bet on free throws because they wanted to bet on Joel free throws for this game, and I'm like, they're probably right.
Man, these books now, they be put like DK had, like if you just looked at the surface level, they had a couple things for draft. Like you literally got to search and type in draft like keywords like you on Google now to find all the offerings that they had. You was just trying to get sneaky now.
Can this game not end at 22 though? Like this is going to be the problem for me tonight where I got a double dip and I got to do a post game and I feel like they're both coming up on each other.
Yeah,
right?
No doubt.
Right? Like they literally are both like, hey, we're going to end at the same time.
Oh my God.
All right, Joe hit both his free throws. Just keeping track at home.
He has 40. I think if he hit both his 40, he's at 45.
45.
Up 10.
13 of 18 from the field. That's some impressive shooting.
That's efficiency. And that's the crazy part. Like they are potentially on the way to win this game. And this is Brunson's best game points wise.
But no one else is near where they are though, right?
What's he at?
That's the thing. The role players play worse on the road.
Yep.
Miles McBride, DiVincenzo, how you doing?
Like whoever would have thought Dante DiVincenzo is a 4-year, $50 million player? Like,
no one.
Nope.
Today's NBA.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah,
and then it's called a touch foul on Kyle Lowry too on Brunson, on the perimeter.
Of course.
Like it's just great. Well, this picks in.
I'm like, if I'm Nick Nurse, I'm like, yo, I won a chip. Like I get more respect than Tom Tibbs down there. Give me the calls. Like we won the Larry O'Brien. Like I'm a coach, a championship winning coach. Like this dude just run his players into the ground. I literally saw one. It was when Maxey got hit in the face at the end of the first half, and it was with Josh Hart, and Nick Nurse is talking. The ref literally went, and Nick just walked away. He put the hand up, and Nick just walked away. It shouldn't be this difficult, bro.
Pick his in.
They should go offensive line. They should go Fatanu. Honestly, that's where they should go.
I see who they picked. They didn't.
Fatanu's gone.
No, not Fatanu's not gone.
No. I'm sorry. That's the guard.
They took Fuaga.
Yeah, we talked about this early on. We were going to struggle. We were going to struggle with the names going on here tonight.
Fuaga's gone.
We're going to get caught in between.
Similar phonetics in their names is going to be so struggle.
We admitted we were going to get caught.
Oh, they're taking Murphy. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that though.
Yeah, I like it for them.
Byron Murphy.
More pass rush. Yeah, more pass rush.
This draft could not have breaking better for the Eagles, in my opinion.
Greg made a great point. Like right here, do you just stay?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like after 17, whatever happens with between 18 to 22, that's when I make my determination to trade up.
I'm telling you, I think the Steelers take Brian Thomas Jr. if he's still on the board.
If you're at 18, I don't risk anything. I'm just like, all right, what do you want? Let's go. Let's get it done.
But if you're,
I mean, like, if it gets to like pick 19,
what in the
20,
world is going on?
That's not much to move up. That's not much.
And you get someone like Arnold is huge.
Yeah.
When you talk about having to go up to 10, you know what I mean? You thought
it was expected you were
12, right, Pete?
Yep.
You had to go up places. It wasn't just.
I thought it was going to be 12 or 16, Tom. Like I literally thought that's what we were going to have to do. Mm-hmm. You might only have to give up like a late round pick to move up. Like what?
Or maybe
that's what we're talking about. Like at this point, that's why Seattle didn't move off because they probably didn't think Byron Murphy was going to be there at 16.
Yeah. Nope, they're like, we're not risking that.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
This is playing out pretty well.
This is playing out perfect, Chucks.
Yeah.
Come on, YouTube. Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
Let's go.
Stay with us. Eagles picks coming up. Who do you want? A lot on the board still.
Can we get to 10K tonight? Come on.
Yeah, can we get to 10K tonight? Can
we get to 10K subscribers tonight?
That's where everybody's got to fuck with an algorithm. Fuck with an algorithm.
Feed the algorithm.
Comment in. That's how you get us over to 10K. Hit the like, comment in, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe.
I don't know how you not.
I don't know how you not. That's poor in grammar. That's how we don't get them, sir. Just saying.
Why? What do you expect? I mean,
he's sipping over here.
What is your drink of choice tonight, sir?
So, nice Celsius and Sky Vodka, sir.
Wow.
It was the only vodka we had in the house. All right, I like a little drink.
I feel like I'm like I can't say 18. I feel like I'm like 22 again, right? Like Red Bull and vodka. You got Red Bull and vodka.
That's my drink of choice, Tom. That's my drink of choice.
There is a great drink. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can handle that anymore. I might
the body can't handle it no more. That's crazy. Like 30.
Well, I don't drink a lot.
It might not even got the body, Pete. It's just like if you're out in the streets with a Red Bull and vodka and things can happen. You get a little.
I have a story to tell you off show.
I have less than like 30 drinks. Yeah, I have like less than like 20 drinks a year. So it's just like the only time I really drink is like during football season or like a draft or something.
Jaguars are trading out. The Vikings are coming up. So the Jaguars are trading down out of 17. The Vikings are coming up from 23.
I swear to God, if I have to hate the Vikings even more
and
than
the Seahawks drafted defensive tackle Byron Murphy. So some breaking news.
Who could the Vikings? They got to be coming up for Arnold or Mitchell, one of them, or Turner. Maybe
they come up for Fontenot.
Well, the Falcons are coming up, right? Didn't I say the Falcons?
No, you said Minnesota.
I said Minnesota. All right, I'm getting those two confused, probably, but yeah. The Vikings. Yep. The Vikings.
So I'll give you a Cliff Note version. My Red Bull and vodka night ended up being stuck in the farm. Somebody's head getting slammed in the car door and police. I'll leave. There's a lot of them leaving out. By the way, good old The Spot in Glassboro, mid 2000s.
Oh, Glassboro. Oh.
Red Bull and vodkas were like $4 that night, all night.
Exactly. Well, I'm like, you give me 2. I'm a happy camper, man. I can just nurse that.
Could be a
night.
cornerback. Could be a cornerback.
Well, a cornerback, right?
Yeah, corner. I'm thinking corner or guard here. They might not want to lose out on the offensive line, but it wouldn't shock me if they're coming up for a cornerback either. Knowing they got to give above the Eagles, right?
Yeah. So another 2 nights of 2 days of rest in between game 3 and game 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
What game? What? It's not till Sunday?
Not till Sunday at 1:00. Yeah.
I thought it was Saturday the other night.
Sunday 1:00.
Oh, Sunday's even more delicious. Let's go. This just helps out Embiid. Well, we got to win this game first, so I'm not doing this.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could still lose.
Well, big turnover right there.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing to me.
Well, it does. They just turned the ball over, so that's big.
We were up 5 with 30 seconds left, so.
Oh, I know what happened.
Too much. That ain't your game, Jalen. Rip talked better than that.
We got Reggie Miller in New York of all places.
Lowry. All right, there's my guy. Well, one of them. The Vikings select defense end Dallas Turner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So a lot of our guys still here.
Come on, so many options.
It makes sense. They did let Danielle Hunter walk.
Yep.
So
if you really look at his deal was, I think, 2 years or 3 years, 48, 49 mil with 48 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yo, I'm so jazzed right now. Like, because there's so much possibilities.
The fact that you just said happy camper 1, don't act like that didn't breeze past me. And you just said, I'm so jazzed right now.
Look, man.
Jazz hands. Oh my God, they gave up a bunch.
Look at my hand. Are you really shocked by that verbiage? Come on now.
Minnesota gave up the 23rd, a 5th rounder this year, and then a 3rd and 4th next year.
Jeez.
To come up, 6 spots, 7 spots?
Sure.
Jacksonville. I wanted to see the Jacksonville War Room so I could see if Tony Khan was around his neck brace from last night.
He is. He's hurt. He's on the recovery. Come on, baby.
Can we get Buddy Hield in like garbage time? That's all I want.
Do you trust him in garbage time?
I need a 3. His threes for parlay was over under 0.5. Like the bitch just had to hit 1. And I should have known. I should have took the under. God, that under probably would have paid out crazy.
I swear to God, if they draft Fatano over freaking Turner, or not Turner, Arnold or Mitchell,
the Bengals will probably take
a nice lime suit there from Dallas Turner.
Want a little lime? A little lime?
Yes,
that's who was in the green.
Yeah, that's Dallas Turner.
I was wondering who was in the green. Who is this in the pastel Easter green?
Yep.
Out here looking like the 2025 Deacon. This is crazy, bro. Like I did not think.
Oh my God, this draft is off to a fantastic start.
We're 5 picks away. Since he's up, there's a lot of turmoil in Cincinnati.
Yes, it is. You got to go tackle, right?
The 53 pick or one of your second round picks for Trey Hendrickson?
No.
And Tee Higgins, yes. I'd give it up.
I would give up a second round pick for Trey Hendrickson.
No, not at his age.
How old is he?
He's like 30. And he wants a new contract. He basically told him, extend me, trade me, or I retire.
He's 29. He'll be 30 this upcoming year.
So if we're not giving money to Hassan Reddick, we're giving it to freaking Trey Hendrickson.
What happened?
I said we're not giving money to Hassan Reddick, but we're giving money to him.
Why do we need to give him money? Why can't we just bring him in for the year, let him ball out, and then get the compensatory pick? Chuck's you're muted, buddy.
because he wants a new contract. So that's probably part of the terms.
No, I understand that, but he's getting traded. He's going to want to play.
Yeah,
I mean, we could have done the same thing. We could have done the same thing with Reddick, though.
We could have, absolutely.
He could sit out.
Well, hold up, PY. Did the Jets pay Reddick yet?
No,
I thought they did.
No. It's probably coming.
Yeah.
He can sit out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And B, you should have your head on a better swivel than that. Don't get mad.
Ooh, okay. Good. Keep falling.
Oh my God.
I see it.
Chucks, you see the vision.
Yep.
120, 113. Minute and 10 to go.
So my coworker is a diehard Villanova guy.
This is unbelievable.
Who, Joel?
Yeah.
Up 7 with
it's like we just can't close games out.
Nope.
It's the hardest thing in the world. It's so weird.
I hate seeing M. Night Shyamalan at the
second
courtside.
Why?
Made the second.
I can't stand M. Night Shyamalan. You know that.
Why? Okay, so I get the Avatar movie sucks.
Really?
I get it. But...
Really? You have to ask me that? Why?
I know, but like it's one movie. It's one movie. They should have never hired him in the first place.
Are you serious right now?
Look, I respect M. Night because he came to games where nobody would show up.
No, I don't care.
People were coming to games with bags over their heads, and he was courtside. Okay.
I don't
a foul. What? Why does the defender have to get smacked in the face and the arm 17 times by a white boy from Delaware? Like what the? Oh my God! I'm sorry.
I love it. By a white boy from Delaware. Yeah, you couldn't be more right. Like the dude's getting hacked. It's like hack-a-shack.
Yeah, like what the
hell? Soon we get under a minute. Now he made the first free throw. Thank God. I was about to smoke him. We're going 1 for 2 from the line the whole time. We can't do that. This is when we need the free throws. So this one coming up to go up 10. Monumental win for us. You can't go down 3-0.
I don't want to.
No, like I said, it would be.
It's 55 seconds left, and they're about to be up 10.
Well, we're up 10.
Don't jinx it.
Listen, we were up 8 with 27. So
I'm not.
Weren't we up 5?
Nah, I don't know. They were up with less than a minute and should have won the game. Like the ESPN predictor had them in the 90s. That's all. They ended up losing.
Yep. Yeah, the Bengals went with the Marius Mims.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's falling. Come on.
Wow.
Keep falling.
We're reaching around tonight. You know what I mean?
Easy there, Tom.
Well, we got a few teams that are doing reach arounds. I don't know what to tell you.
Although he is another monster of a dude, right? 6'8", 340. Holy shit.
No, I'm not.
Has there been a team who's invested more in offensive line?
He's not a reach, by the way. I was just messing.
No, I get you.
Has there been a team that's invested more in the offensive line that has not panned out than the Bengals?
The Giants, maybe?
I don't know. They've spent like $100 million. They've spent like
picks, though.
Yeah, they spent like $100 million on the O-line plus all the picks.
Oh my God, the Giants! It's like whoever they draft, it doesn't work for some reason. Like the offensive linemen the Giants draft just never pan out. It's so.
Here's how I know when the draft isn't going well. When my buddy who lives in Kensington is texting me about the Giants draft, that's how I know it's not going well.
What, Greg? Yeah, there we go. Greg.
There's a Kensington joke in there, but I'm just going to leave that go.
Greg, you can go for it. I want to hear it now.
No, I'm surprised he's still got his cell phone in Kensington. Surprised he hasn't sold it for anything else.
Oh my God.
Well, he is a religious friar, so they're probably not going after him.
He's a what?
I don't even know
a
what
friar.
that means.
You know, like the brown robes and everything.
Like, are you saying friar? Like friar?
Like San Diego Padres?
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
what does that even mean?
I don't know what that means, but that's interesting.
Friar Tuck is like from Robin Hood.
Yep.
Wait, what do we got? What are we talking about?
He's like a monk, essentially. Like essentially.
No, it can't be essentially. Like, is he a monk? Like, I'm so confused now.
Yes, that's basically
that's what he's saying. Yes,
we went from Kensington to monks to.
I guess he's not. Guess he's not doing any Kensington activities.
Yeah, nothing up the nostril. I assume. Nothing.
No.
He's needle free.
Oh my God. Needle free,
Oh,
he says. I
Greg,
never heard that.
Greg.
Needle free. No
No,
7-Eleven.
needle.
Oh. Oh, even worse. No 7-Eleven hand jobs. Okay.
Oh my God.
I've heard, like, I heard when it comes to certain four initials, MDMA, we'll leave it at that, that the path of choice now to enter into the body is not that of the mouth or the nose. It is a different orifice.
Sir, no.
Just saying. That's what I heard. My boy said that the young girls at work be talking about it. They be looking for dudes to do that. I'm like, where did this go wrong? I'll tell y'all off camera. If you
I'm
can
not
put
paying
your
attention.
All right,
I'm not
Maybe
paying
it
attention.
went right. I don't know.
Just had to call back-to-back timeouts. So they have none remaining with 33 seconds left.
Were they getting
they up
mugged?
nine?
The Sixers have?
They were getting mugged and had to call timeout. He had a little get in the official's face.
Yeah, Nick Nurse needs to run some inbound stuff.
No, they got it in.
Or
And,
they
and then
just
they
not get
doubled.
mugged and pillaged trying to get the ball in.
Yeah, like they got the ball in, and then everybody was it was a mug fest and no calls, and then they had to call another timeout. So, yep. Oh, wow. Like, why can't they just announce this pick? Like, why does it take so long?
I don't know why it's
The
NFL.
ad dollars,
God.
man.
God, just
There we go. There we go.
So impatient with this
Marius Mims finally 2 hours later.
2 hours later it's announced, even though I knew it.
Every first round
Boss.
they get like this. There's one pick where they take so long to announce it that the other
Yeah,
pick,
right? Yeah. Oh my God.
4 and several years ago, I drafted him.
you don't need no more Celsius and Skywalker. That's what I've learned tonight so far. An hour and 55 minutes in.
No, he needs to keep the pinky in the chamber.
Keep the pinky in the holster. Man. Keep it at your
Holster.
hip.
That's what I meant to say. The holster.
Keep the pinky in the holster.
Oh man.
And PY, look, so Marcia says PY drinking that moonshine. Listen, I got some. Look, I have some legit gas moonshine
You
out here
seem like a
from the
moonshiner.
Appalachians.
Yeah, you seem like a moonshine.
That's out of my comfort zone right there.
I wouldn't even do that to you, pimp.
That's a lot, Pete. Tell him. That's a whole nother level. He'd be falling asleep on that.
Dude, I
you
remember
taking a nap.
I had 2 tablespoons of it. So I woke up 3 hours later and I don't remember what happened.
I can see you. That's what I was saying.
So
Like,
you
I
got
can
it.
see
You got it.
I could see
you
you.
can
I
handle.
could see you drinking moonshine. Like, I don't know why.
Oof.
Like, I can see you sipping. Like, I see you like a little sip because it's quick. You know what I mean? You don't got to
That's
do
all.
a lot, right? You don't got to go. You don't got to pound. 5 or 6 beverages. You get
That's
one
all.
moonshine beverage. It's night time.
If
You'll be
I'm
passed
not-
out within 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think my wife said it was like 15, 20 minutes.
All right.
Oof.
Sixers
Yeah,
win,
that's
baby.
too rich for my blood.
Sixers win. Let's go.
125, 114. Let's go.
There we go. Play
Highest
the
scoring
song.
game.
50 burger? Oh,
Yeah,
50 burger.
Officially over? Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, officially we can say it.
Okay. All right. Phew. God.
Huge win.
10, 9, 8, boys.
Play the song.
76ers.
Play the song.
Why is this? Oh, I'm about to say that. If I'm the Rams here at 19, I'm drafting Johnny Newton. It's crazy because
So-
Yes.
So this is their first draft pick since Jared Goff.
And they have like 11 picks this draft.
Yep.
Yeah. Les Snead took an opposite direction. Keep them picks.
Keep that. Well, he finally has picks.
Buddy Hield. They're like, oh, we draft. I needed the New Orleans Pelicans, Buddy Hield.
Daryl Morey. Worst GM in Philadelphia.
I can't
Daryl
trust the
Morey.
H-
Now Daryl Morey shooting for him. Like,
I mean, the look he did have, the one
4
opportunity,
minutes.
he was
Like
wide
4
open.
minutes.
4 minutes. How many shot attempts? 1?
0 for 2, 0 for 1 from 3. Hey, at least he was a +2 though, so you got to give him that.
He's a +2.
can't leave that out.
Jalen ended up with 39, but I'll still take 12 for 17 or 20 or 13 for 27. You're taking 27 shots to get 39. I'll book that all day.
Come on. LA just
he must have, I didn't watch much of it, but he must have got some Joel love because he was 10 of 12 from the free throw line.
Johnny, come on.
When you 7-2 like that, and then you throw a hissy fit at the foul line after making the shot, get your big ass back. Because you look weird. You're too big to be dropping in the middle of the floor like you throwing the temper tantrum like you 5 years old. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I get it. You got your legs taken out from underneath of you, but the more you beg for it, the more they not gonna call it.
So Sixers related. Nick Wright just posted this.
Go ahead.
Embiid is this is 48 on points on 20 shots. He's the second player in NBA history to ever, or 50, to ever do that, joining Dirk's famous 24 for 24 3-throw game versus OKC. Embiid joins Dirk and MJ to only score 45 plus on 20 fewer shots in the playoffs.
Who posted this?
Nick Wright.
You would.
I would, yes.
You would.
You would. You would be.
Do you not know, Tom? Do you not know his love for Nick Wright?
Listen. The one thing you guys don't know is I had to deal with him first, right? like he was with me first. I know PY even before A2D. It ain't. I didn't just meet him. You know what I mean? I've known this cat. That's my guy for a long time now. So
I appreciate you.
I know his truth, and that's what I said. You would be a Nick Wright.
I would be. Yes, he's right. Like,
yeah.
All right, we got Mr. Rudy Poo with the $5 super chat. This is there as afraid of. Top two corners of Fatano on the board. Howie, please don't hurt me. See, exactly.
All right, I'm scared.
I share your pain, Rudy Poo, because now he has to make an actual decision. The right hand is not directly in front of him.
There's the.
I didn't even think of that, and now I'm gonna hurt.
Would you stop it with the negativity tonight, please? I didn't come on here to be all goddamn negative about Howie tonight. Let's wait till he reaches, and then I'll be right there to smoke him with you. You know me. But until he reaches, like let's calm ourselves. He didn't reach yet. Yeah. Coming to a place near you, but not yet.
Johnny knew it.
Rams pick is in. It's going good for us.
Jared verse. Okay.
My God.
Defensive line, they had to get some help for Donald leaving.
Yeah.
That's got to be kicking the nuts if you're the Rams, right?
You just wear your bonfire jacket at your draft party, huh, Jared? That's what that is.
Jared
what
versus
pick are
really
we
good
on?
too.
20, you're gonna be on 20 now. You're 2 picks away.
Like you're there, like literally just trade up. I don't even care.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
There's 3 players on the 4. If you think Cooper DeJean, Troy Fautanu, please Pittsburgh take Fautanu, because if Jeff Sattler is on the board at 22 and Fautanu's still there.
Well, Steelers.
Jared versus is really good, by the way.
Corner?
He is.
Steelers, do they need a corner? Because they have Joey Porter.
They had the Joey Porter last year.
But they need another one. Dolphins do not. So, I mean, if they do trade up 2 spots with the Steelers, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
like
I wouldn't be mad. Is it necessary?
But we say that, right? They trade up, and who do they take? Like, who do you want them to take if they trade up?
Arnold,
to be sure.
But what if they trade up to take Fautanu?
Then I'll be
okay.
I'll cry on this stream.
I wouldn't be happy, but I mean, I wouldn't be ecstatic, but I wouldn't hate it. Like I'd be like, okay.
I wouldn't love it.
So does Fautanu mean that Steen wasn't the right pick?
It may be. It's very possible. Yeah.
So what's the project? Who's the projected? So what's the projected starting line now? Mailata,
Dickerson, Juergens, Steen, and then Lane.
Yep.
Yo, I ain't getting in this reaching for offensive guard bullshit right now.
Yes, thank you, Tom.
Like, I ain't up for that game. All right, I'm up for a lot of shit.
He played right guard.
But you could turn the fourth round pick into a Pro Bowler. Let's just be real.
But I don't like that. I'm not exclusively on that mindset, PY. Like it all depends on the guy. I think this is the only offensive lineman I'd be okay with, and I've said this, is Fontenot, because he can play immediately at right guard and still swing over at right tackle if needed. So if Lane gets hurt, Mangala gets hurt, Fontenot can be there. Remember, guys, we don't have Driscoll. Driscoll's gone. So our swing tackle we don't have a backup tackle right now. So he can double duty in the short term as your backup tackle and your right guard if need, and then down the line, he does have the potential to be Lane's replacement. So like it's not just you're not just drafting a guard and that's it. You're drafting someone who has the
things, dude. Sixers won.
Phillies won.
Phillies won. Just want the Eagles is to take a corner. That's
seriously.
That's my preferred.
Just give it to me. Let me have it. Let me have nice things.
Let's see.
I'm preparing myself for the after draft press conference for them to spin. Oh yeah, well Fatanu, Don't get me wrong. He's Samoan. He may be part of the bloodline. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying.
I did it for the Rock.
I did it for the Rock.
He's the Rock's third, second baby mama's cousin.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, yeah, probably.
And honestly, not to get too off topic, but if you look at the actual bloodline, the Rock is the furthest one from the original bloodline. That's the craziest part. They literally, it took a while for them to even accept him because it wasn't like your dad wasn't, your mom kind of was, but it wasn't fully ingrained in the Samoan heritage.
Oh,
what?
We can breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
They took Fatanu.
Steelers took.
Yes!
I told you they would. I told you they would.
Yeah.
I told you they would. That makes sense for them. They need it.
They need it. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Rudy Poo gets his wish.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So you're gonna have a choice between Cooper DeJean, Terrion Arnold, or Quinyon Mitchell. Oh my god!
One of those three. Oh my god! Oh.
You ever seen the ending in New Jack City when Ice-T finally locked up Wesley Snipes and he was like, "Oh no, the playgrounds," and he's like, "I want to shoot you so bad, my." If you know, you know. That's how I feel right now.
You could not have asked for a better draft. Just start.
Mitchell, please. Mitchell. I'm even resign myself to Terrion Arnold. Who picks at 21? Miami? Is it Miami at 21?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, we're good. We're good.
They could take. I mean, they wouldn't take a wide receiver.
Never underestimate Miami.
Come on.
Why are they not announcing the pick? When did Twitter start putting all these live pink bubbles at the top of my feed?
What live pink bubbles?
What pink bubbles?
I don't know if I can show it to you. You see?
Oh, that's been there.
Yeah,
but
that's not bubbles. That's just.
It's a rectangular bubble. What geometry shape would you call it?
That's just people going live.
No, but he's talking about. Never mind. Never mind. Pete. Never mind, Pete. Don't worry.
I also can't I can't see that close. I have awful vision.
You have your glasses on.
It doesn't mean anything. You can't see that close.
I literally had. I was at work today. Somebody I love fruit snacks. Okay, fruit snacks are my weakness, right? So talk to this person like, yo, bring some fruit snacks on Thursday. So I see the person and they go, close your eyes and put your hands out. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, that is.
And they were like, close your eyes. I was like, all right, I don't know why I said this. I said all 4 of my eyes is closed. Like, because I have my glasses, obviously, because I can't see shit without them. So I said all 4 of my eyes is closed, and I had like 5 bags of fruit snacks in my hand. I love fruit snacks more so than eating regular fruit. I can't.
Really? So like with snacks, for me, like it's always been like, it depends on my mood. But I think recently I've come to the realization that if I were to pick one snack that if I had to, I could eat the rest of my life, it's mango. I would eat mango for the rest of my life.
I could probably eat Skinny Pop for the rest of my life.
Mango, like it's, oh my God. It's the Filipino in me. I just love mangoes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Green grapes for me.
Green grapes are good. Green grapes are good.
Green grapes.
Oh man. He's falling. Come on.
Who won the Man of the Year award, by the way?
Shoot.
Look at that suit.
He in a green suit. Come on, Cam Hayward. What you
that
talking
guy
about?
did. That's why he's on stage.
He was last year's though. I thought when they announced the 2020. So that makes sense. Don't mind me. I had a PY moment.
I had a PY moment.
So mean
to me.
I had a PY moment.
Guy's so mean to me.
Cam Hayward, that's it. Almost there, guys. Almost there.
So, with those two available, what do you guys do if they pick Tyler Guyton of all people?
Let's not put that in the either.
My mental stability would be 0.
Let's not put that in the ether. Please, let's not put that out there.
Dynasty, what don't you like about Cooper?
Yeah, what don't you like about Cooper Dynasty?
Is it the male magic?
Answer in the chat.
Dolphins are officially.
What was the poll for tonight, Tom?
Terrion Arnold.
Terrion Arnold.
No matter what.
Would he be the
There's the poll, fam. If you didn't answer before, you checking in now. We got 300 live across all platforms. Whatever platform you're on. If you agree that Terrion Arnold should be the Eagles' top target in round 1, hit us with a thumbs up. If you disagree, hit us with a thumbs down. Let's go.
Imagine getting Terrion Arnold without having to trade anything. And then you still have 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, I'd be excited.
Martian Verse went to the Rams at 19.
Yeah, just went.
I see you, Wayne. I see you with the thumbs up. I know it's got to be more than just you out there. I know it's other people watching this right now that got thumbs. Come on now. Use them.
Ho! Come on. Let's go.
Hacksaw.
Oh, hit him with a little hacksaw.
I can't even call PY a hacksaw. Like, what kind of saw PY would be? Like a little file.
He'd be like the little box cutters.
What? No jigsaw?
Exacto, like an Exacto knife.
I can't even be a jigsaw.
Nah.
Ryan Arnold is more of the man-to-man guy. He can play man-to-man. Mitchell played mainly off end zone. So
Arnold played everything. That's the one thing I will say.
That's why I want Terrion Arnold. Give me him.
Yep.
The Miami pick is in. Off to Twitter.
It is in. Now nobody looking for, now we got to get away from our phones. Right? Now we want
to see. He's not, but the thing is he's not a safety. He's a corner. I know people are saying, "Oh, he's a safety," but like he played corner in college. He's going to start. He's going to go into the league as a corner. So,
like, maybe he could convert into a safety because of his versatility, but like he's a corner. Like it's like Malcolm Jenkins when he came into the league. He was a corner, like slot guy, but like he was so versatile, you could move him to safety.
Yeah, he has the skill
Similar-
set to play safety, but
similar
never
to CJ.
Yeah, he never has. Like,
Who are we talking about?
Arnold.
Arnold. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about
No. Sorry.
No,
We're talking about the
Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, he's never played safety.
Because he's what? I'll be the one to say it. It's because he's what?
I saw the pick. I know who Miami takes.
Well, I'm just saying about
And
Cooper
this is-
DeJean. Like, that's a concern. Let's just call the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room of his playing
terrible.
corner, it's strictly based on his skin color. Doesn't mean he can't do it, but that's why he'll fall. That's why he'll fall. Listen, we can be factual. We can be the worldwide leader of real talk, or we can sugarcoat shit. That doesn't mean he won't be elite, but somebody's got to prove they can be elite doing that, right? All due respect, a white guy's got to prove that he can play corner because there ain't one.
Yeah, in today's NFL.
I'm not like don't take this out of context. Take it for what it is. That's the way it's been. I'm talking about the facts of what's happened here. For whatever reason, dude's a specimen. That dude can play. We all know that.
Hats off to you, Miami, for your pick.
But other teams are going to question it. We're watching it. Other teams are questioning it.
Tom, I'll tell you this: Miami's pick, you don't have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would be in this position, but they are in this position. Howie literally almost 99.9999998% can't fuck this up.
He can't. Don't put that in the universe.
Who did the Dolphins take?
Chop Robinson.
It's a good pick.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Come on, Terrion Arnold. Let's go, baby.
Come on.
I mean, he's here. I mean,
on,
my question.
All right, chat.
My question comes down to
full screen, so I can't see the chat. I don't want to know nothing.
Please, God.
Tommy, what'd you say? What was your question?
I mean, there's not a lot like that I love outside of him. I like DeJean. I'll call him DeJean. I don't like Graham Barton.
You really want to call him Misboat Dijon, Dijon, Jawn. The only thing that's said in Philly, Dijon. Come on now, Cooper Dijon. That's a shirt.
Is
it's
it
a fucking shirt.
DeJean.
Dejawn. Dejawn.
Look, I like AO Magic as much as the next guy, but give me Arnold. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the dude has Eagles. Even though he played Pee Wee football for the Eagles, he has Eagles on his inner jacket.
He was literally talking about Devontae was saying, like, we got to get this guy earlier today. Like, come on.
Here we go. All right, I'm not gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna wait until
my phone is down.
Yep, phone is down. I'm not going on Twitter to peek. I'm going to put the chat. I'm going to hide the chat for me.
You go full screen, you hide. Well, I guess you can hide it even in the small screen too. But if you go full screen, it automatically hides it for you.
I'm good with some guys though, so it's going to be clear. Like my dude Kool-Aid's still there. I mean, I think Terrion's better, but they're the three. Brian Thomas is a good player for LSU too, but
I'm surprised Thomas.
I'm
surprised somebody hasn't tried to trade up yet.
Yeah,
to get in 22 to get Brian Thomas. Honestly,
well, I don't know how am I supposed to say this. I'm not as high on Brian Thomas as most. I have a late first on him, so like it doesn't surprise me that no one has taken him in the mid round. I think that the one spot would have been Jacksonville. I think that's the one spot where he could have gotten the earliest, but like.
And Jacksonville could probably still get him at 23.
Jacksonville's next. That's probably why they traded out.
Yeah, they probably, yep.
Who's it gonna be?
It's got to be one of those three. It's got to be Arnold,
Mitchell,
or DeJean.
And you can add a fourth in there and my dude Kool-Aid because with a name like that, he can play. So I don't like him as much as Arnold. It'd be a little bit like, okay, would you see that I didn't? But it's still a corner in the first round, which they don't do.
Yeah. And like I told you, I think I think Kool-Aid
You got
is
4. You got 4, Chucks. His hands are tied for the first time ever.
I know, right? Like, come on,
Organizationally, they've never
one of
been
them.
more tied.
Just pick one of them, please.
Any one of them.
I mean, at this point, you got to pick. You get in the top 10 overall big board 100 player at 22.
Back-to-back years.
Without movement, though, you didn't have to do anything. You just literally had to stay put.
Imagine if I told you 2 years ago you were going to get Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Terrion Mitchell, and the only thing you gave up was a 4th.
You just put Terrion Arnold and Quinyon Mitchell on the same
Terrion Mitchell.
You just created a super corner.
You just created a super corner.
Mitchell's overall.
I didn't say Terrion Arnold. I thought I said Terrion Arnold.
You said Terrion
Mitchell.
I'm thinking like 3 guys at once. That's my problem.
Mitchell. The thing with Mitchell's top 10 overall rank. You know, Arnold's like top 10 overall rank. You're talking about guys that top 10 talent. Like, you can't mess this up right now.
Yeah, please don't mess this up.
Swear to God, Hallie. Let me trust you, baby. Come on.
Whose feeds are ahead? So I'm on ESPN. My clock right now reached 3 minutes 11 seconds.
Well, here you go. We got the ticker right in front of us, so we're gonna find out.
3 minutes.
Everybody, take a look at your computers one time. Everybody, look at their computers. We're good. We're at 234. We're all looking at the same thing.
All right, good. Okay.
I'm at 250.
Well, now you're not. You're at 228.
Yeah, look at the ticker. The ticker's probably ahead of the TV. Yeah.
I got you to click the ticker right in front of you.
Ticker is always ahead.
Yeah, ticker's ahead. Than the TV suite, the TV copy.
Yeah, but just because the pick in don't mean they're gonna announce it at the same time.
No,
so my lot is announcing the pick, right?
No, the ticker here has been ahead of the TV. I've been seeing.
But I'm saying, isn't my lot supposed to announce the pick though?
The only thing ahead of that is Ari on Twitter, but I'm not looking at Ari. So
Ari needs to take a nap.
Ari,
you can't be the NFL Woj, Ari.
I don't know how.
Well, he's not even Woj. He has no sources. He's just like looking wherever he can to find something.
Here comes Roger.
No, Ari has sources. Ari works for 33rd.
Are we trading?
I'm actually surprised we didn't trade out. Honestly.
Nah, just if you want, if you want Arnold or Mitchell, you just stay here and pick them.
Right. If he would have traded out, that means he would have been scared to make the wrong choice.
Exactly.
They could have moved back a pick.
You're already playing with house money, seeing that they fell you.
He on the phone. Pass the phone to Jeff.
Swear to fucking God.
Oh,
I'm scared.
You was talking all that shit 30 minutes ago.
What are you
now you scared.
What are you
to quote Draft Day, that was a different world 30 minutes ago.
Draft Day is so unrealistic. It's not.
It is god awful, but I love every second of it.
I love that movie. I watch it every time it's on.
No, I love the movie, but in terms of like real life, it's
baby. I didn't mean to, but let's go.
Why did you peek?
I didn't. I was
doing something, man.
I was doing something. I got things to do here. You know
All right. So to hide your reaction, so we can all wait. Where's the ticker?
I had to take it away for a minute. I just wanted to bring us all up to say hello to you. All right.
He knows who the pick is. Look, he's
shaking. Everybody, calm down. We good here.
We good here?
Are we?
Are we good here?
I didn't say nothing.
All right, I'm putting my phone down because I want to be surprised.
I want to be.
I'm still surprised.
You're still surprised.
Uh-oh.
Take that however you will.
Greg, stop.
I don't know who it is. I'm just going off of Tom's reaction.
Tom, I'm putting my trust in you, man.
I took off my I'm not looking at my phone for thinking that
my phone is down. All of my reactions are going to be honest, and I'm trusting in Tom right now.
Pick is in. Come on.
Pick is in.
Arnold or Mitchell, please.
Arnold or Mitchell, let's go. Come on. Dear God, it's Pete. just this one time. Come on.
I feel like I'm not allowed to talk now.
The problem with them announcing the picks live is Roger can't move with the back surgery.
Yeah, with the back,
Can't just put him in a wheelchair.
You should have, or just put him on like one of those hoverboards.
Oh shoot!
So you can watch him fall and then really boo his ass.
He should have just stayed at home. And remember how he did it during COVID?
Oh my
He
god!
stayed in his basement.
Oh my god!
He's making the pick from like.
Remember at one point he was even sitting down on his couch.
Yeah.
I would love that. That'd be so funny. No, we don't need a draft. We're just gonna do everything from my basement.
Just live stream it. Live stream. Everything's live stream. Look, we are live streaming. That's the new live stream is
live and reacting.
The fact that the pick is out there already.
The pick is in.
And I can't.
It's in.
Come on. Let's go. Come on, ESPN ticker tracker.
Come
Draft
on.
Say it. Just do it.
Here comes Roger.
Arnold or Mitchell. Say it. Just show it to me. Just show it to me.
Show me the money.
Show me the corner. Show me the corner.
Show me the outside corner.
I'm trying to
Pick is in, baby. The pick is in. Let's go.
Oh my god, announce it. Just announce it.
Let's go. Come on. Please. Stop teasing.
Why are you doing this?
He's talking about the Brazil
I
game.
know he is. I
don't care about Brazil right now. I love all my friends from Brazil, but
Roger, Jesus. Yes! Let's go! Let's go!
As you can see, with the 22nd pick, the Eagles take a cornerback for the first time in a long time. That is Quinyon Mitchell, corner from Toledo, and an absolute ball hawk is what the Philadelphia Eagles just got here. Big time ball hawk.
Island talk. That's what we got. Island talk.
Elite physical traits. I love it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's a home run pick. We talked about it. This is top 10 talent. When you have the ability to get top 10 talent, and what's the Eagles' biggest weakness? It's been our biggest weakness defensively is we don't take the football away enough, right? And the more elite talent are taking the football away we can acquire, the better. And Howie Roseman didn't F this up tonight. It's a really good pick. You stayed put. You let things fall to you. I really like Terrion. I like Arnold better, though. That's all I'll say.
I did too.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't gonna be mad at it. I think this guy is a big time ball hawk, but I like Arnold a little bit better. But I'm not against this pick at all. Not even a little bit.
Nope.
I was good either way. Whatever way you thought, I was good. I see Greg smile and he don't like it.
I can't. It's a need, right? But the Mac doesn't play any defense, so it worries me.
But that's where
Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night Maction is for real, right? They don't play defense over there, and when you have two, I'm kind of in the same boat. You have two guys that are equally. Give me the guy that's played against the better group. I don't hate it. I just if all things are being equal, I would have went the other guy.
I understand. I think I understand it, but at the same time, like I think that
they got clips in line up against Marvin Harrison. He played against Marvin Harrison.
And remember, I'm not saying he's Sauce, but Sauce also came from Cincinnati. So like
Cincinnati's better than Toledo.
No, I know he's just better, but I'm saying like even the level competition thing, I get it. And like I said, and I made this counter earlier, he went into the Senior Bowl and dominated. Like he was the best player at the Senior Bowl. So it's like even when you match him up against top competition, like one-on-one, he's shown he can compete at a high level.
He's obviously super talented. He's obviously super talented. I'd prefer the other guy, but this guy's really, really good too. Yeah, right. This guy's super, super good.
I hear. No. I hear. And like I said, I had Arnold over Mitchell too. So like I would have preferred Arnold, but as for me, like because I've heard because it's been so split. Like when I've seen like other people talk about him and do breakdowns, like half the people I've talked to and conversated with and read up on like had Mitchell, half of them had Arnold.
Yeah.
I think like it's really about what your preference is, and I could totally understand Mitchell being more of their flavors. So, I get it. Yeah.
I think instant reaction from the pick from somebody we hate, kind of Chris Sims. He says Quinyon Mitchell, holy shit, the rich get richer, best quarterback in the draft, one of the 4 best defensive players in the draft. Great feeling and anticipation for what the offense wants to do. Once he gets coached a bit and learns bump and run, look out.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got the coaches down to teaching. It's not Arnold. I get it. It's not. We always said this. I've said this too.
You have the year though, right? That's what people are missing. You have the year to allow that growth, right? Again, I don't love doing that in the first round, but that's what this is a little bit of.
Yeah.
Because obviously Bradbury and Slayer and Isaiah Rodgers are opening up as your 1-2s or whoever wins those jobs, right? I don't know. Okay. But
you got to put Keely in that mix too now with Rodgers.
Either way, we can name them all. Doesn't matter, right? I'm just making the point that he's got a chance to breathe. Yep. He has a chance to breathe and get better at the things that you need to get better at. Which obviously it maybe not get better, just play more of man to man, right? Just playing more of it, and I think he'll be fine playing it too.
I do like the ball skills, though, right?
He definitely
has shown that he can play the football, and that's super encouraging, right? Because that's something, except for 1 year, right? We haven't with Darius, right? 1 year, he had 3-4 picks, 2 of them went for tutties, right? We haven't really seen much takeaways in that secondary.
Yeah, Chauncey had 6 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right.
That was it. And that was last. That was the last time we were good.
Really good year.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so I do like the ball skills though. I
love the instincts that Mitchell has. I love like his ability to play the ball. I think when you talk about zone, I love that because like with Fangio, and he plays. I know he plays a lot of zone match. So that's kind of like a hybrid between man and man, but like the zone concepts are still there. So Mitchell is going to translate really well to that. Maybe not as much as Arnold, but that skill set, like, and we talked about this. I think when we discussed Devin White weeks ago on Eagles Talk, I think we all agreed that like there is no way that Fangio isn't giving his blessing on these.
Sure, 100%.
We talked about Devin White, and Fangio probably was like, yeah, go get him because he could probably work with him. Same thing with here. If Mitchell is the guy, they picked him over Arnold, then I have all confidence that Fangio was like had input in that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, me and Greg talked about that weeks prior too. About we're not going to be drafting guys or signing guys if we don't feel like if these coordinators don't have their fingerprints on this too. Right. That was my point about Devin White. That was my point about obviously CJ, different things they did, signing Bryce Huff. They're trying to go get guys that fit what he's doing. And it's just another move. So the Philadelphia Eagles have made 5 defensive moves this offseason. And this defense is better than it was before the offseason started. I mean,
for sure.
When you leave last year and come into this year, you lose Hassan Reddick and you're going to say, well, how are they better? Because they are. Because they are.
They got better. They got younger. Right.
What up, Todd?
You got younger and more explosive.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Look, Jaguars.
There you go. There's Brian Thomas too, right? We were just talking about him.
The Jags. There you go. There it is. We were
just talking about Brian Thomas.
Yep. Predictable. Just not.
I will say, Mitchell didn't look too thrilled doing his interviews. I don't know if that's easy to read into, but
I think he expected to go earlier.
He didn't look too thrilled.
Maybe. Yeah, well, he was viewed to go like top 10, top 15.
Yeah. And that's a kick in the balls of these young kids.
Yeah. But it's gonna feel
when you see all the mock,
they get mad. They take it personally. So
well,
when you see all these mock drafts,
costing them money.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the money.
Yeah, when you see all these mock drafts where you're going 8, you're going 10, you're going 15, and you go 22, I'd be upset.
The one thing I heard was comparing Mitchell to Arnold was Mitchell can get out of place and he can catch up.
Yes.
Arnold sometimes,
yeah.
right. Arnold sometimes wouldn't get there.
It's not an L draft. You're crazy.
Yeah, it's one pick.
Yeah, Mitchell is more athletic, so yeah, he does have that.
Yeah.
Like I've said it for weeks. Arnold and Mitchell, you get one of them, I'm ecstatic. Like they were
Boys,
the two.
Can we all calm our lives down? For the first time since 2002, the Philadelphia Eagles went outside the box and they're doing things differently a little bit, right? We talked about Saquon Barkley in the all season. Now you fast forward and you're doing it at the cornerback position. Okay, you're talking about 22 years of not drafting a corner in the first round. That's a long time. That's a lot of picks.
Yep.
I mean, this guy down here below me. I mean, he's either sipping, right, or now he's in a Pringles container,
or he's chipping.
Yeah, and he's chipping. You know what I mean? Like
sipping and chipping.
There's a mute button. There's a mute button on the computers. I'm in mid rant. You doing this? I'm mid rant. It's unbelievable. You think you know a guy? Mid rant. Now I know where I was going, but at the end of the day, they're changing their stripes. Right, they're changing their stripes a little bit, and this is an elite talent. So I don't know how anybody can say I'll draft. Now I got to go do a Sixers post game show, and you can find that on Facebook and Twitter. So I'll be back. Be back in a few.
Be back in a Finsky. I completely agree there. Like whether I'm 100% in on Arnold or not, you took what you thought was the best available player.
Right.
And that's all that we can ask for, right? And we talked about this a little bit last night on A2D Wednesday night. And with the off season, while yes, there was necessarily a need there at corner, right? While corner was probably your highest need, we talked about the incumbents or the guys that are still here. The team really likes, right? And you look at like the guys like Bradbury and Rodgers, 2 question marks we have coming into the year. These guys are both playing for the next deal. Right, Bradbury's on a contract year, and Rodgers wants to prove that he didn't lose anything. Right, so I buy into that a little bit. But at the end of the day, the Eagles were so situated perfectly, not only with the way the draft fell to them, but with their offseason. They literally could have gone, and we talked about it, up until the board dropped the way it did, they could have gone in about 3 different directions. And all picks would have been probably very, very highly liked around our group, right? So, yeah. Would I have preferred Arnold? Sure. But we still got a top 10 talent. We still got a really good guy. I agree. I can't see how this isn't a good draft day one.
Yeah. Mitchell's floor isn't as high as Arnold.
Yep, there you go.
Arnold's floor is higher, but his ceiling is is lower than Mitchell's ceiling.
Yeah, because of the athletic traits
If Mitchell gets the technique that Arnold had and he can grasp the Fangio scheme, which is some zone and then some man, but he played more zone than man, which means he has to rely on the fact that he can trust his instincts to recover and catch up to break up plays. And he likes to tackle. He's physical. So
that's a good trait too, right?
Yeah, I get it. And he's a ball hawk, his ball skills. I'm not taking anything away from Terrion Arnold. In my opinion, they took the better player. If Mitchell, if you swap players and Mitchell went to Alabama versus Arnold going to Toledo, if you swapped them, this Mitchell would have been a top 10 pick.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Question.
Yeah,
it's just one of those situations where you went is where you went. Like if he went to another
Cowboys traded down, by the way.
Not
Cowboys traded down.
Traded down with the Lions. The Lions are up.
Yep, not surprising.
Ooh.
They probably go Arnold.
If I'm them, I go Arnold.
Yeah.
You got to go somewhere on defense, right? You're losing everybody.
Rich get richer, bro.
Yep.
It's like the teams that know they have a window are doing what they need to do.
Doing what they're supposed to do. Like, I understand if you want Arnold. I really liked Arnold, but I think I wasn't against drafting Mitchell because I knew he was really good. I just liked Arnold because you're playing in the SEC. You're playing with elite talent. You know what I mean? But I don't understand how you can be upset with this move, considering that it's not like because everyone expected if you wanted either of the two, you either had to draft up to 12 or 16 or one of those. You got him at 22. You still have your 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
This is an A-plus pick.
That's a good point, right? That's a good point because you're right. You didn't have to, and not that anybody really would have been mad if we traded up for him, right? Because they obviously wanted their guy, but you didn't have to do anything.
Exactly. He was just there. Greg, how many mock drafts have you seen in the last week and a half where they're like,
0.
oh, the Eagles are drafting a corner at 12 or 16, and they're giving up a second and a first and like a fourth or a third or whatever. You didn't have any of that. You still have all of your picks. Yeah. You still have 7 picks left, and you got arguably a top 10 talent or top 15, whatever. What you got at 22 is not the 22 second best player in the draft. It's a top 10 to top 15 player.
Real quick, a little side note on Embiid. Woj said he was treated with a case of Bell's palsy for the past week.
JR disease?
What I had last year.
So that's why he's had the sunglasses on. So he's been battling through that, and he still put up 50.
Yeah, because everyone kept talking about the eyes
that night.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, Devlin. But you're talking about a whole program, an institution, like it's a factory over there, right? Where you talking about this one guy, you like a kid from a MAC school, his talent stood out so far ahead of those Power 5 schools. So you have to look at the players. So if you look at the best player from the best school, then you go Arnold. If you're looking at BPA, he's had to go through so much to get this type of recognition.
How good
Speaking
must
of that, though,
be?
did Detroit come up for Arnold?
Yeah, they just took Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
So think of it this way, Pete. Think of it this way.
Good move for them.
How good must Mitchell be for him to be the first non like Bama or Georgia type guy since 2019?
Yeah.
Over a guy from the SEC, over a guy like from Alabama. That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, you had to have been really like that special.
Right. That's and I honestly think the Lions make this move regardless.
Yep.
Whether we take Arnold or
whether it was Arnold or Mitchell.
Because
I think you're right.
They were comfortable taking
it. They needed more pieces in that back end.
Yep.
They obviously know what exposed them that second half of that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be shocked because the Packers are up next. I would be shocked if this isn't Cooper DeJean. I'd be shocked.
Perfect fit
to replace Jair.
Perfect fit. Mayo Magic in Wisconsin.
Well, Jair's still there, but they need it. Just that it just doesn't.
I thought they got rid of him. They just haven't extended him, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
They have not extended him. No. This is probably one of the fastest first rounds with minimal amount. We've only had 2 trades thus far.
Yeah, not many trades. Well, 3. You got the Vikings moving up. You've got the Jags moving down, and then this one. Yeah.
I like Terrion Arnold, man. I just for us, what we want to do with the Fangio scheme, Terrion, it's just Patrick Surtain was this, but also had the athletic traits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like I've said, neither Mitchell or Arnold were that level of corner. I don't think they were that level of corner that Sauce or Surtain were. Like, but I mean, if you're talking about a tier below, this is them. So like the potential is still there.
But here's my thing: like to all the people who are knocking it, we make it seem like okay, Mitchell's going to be a bust. Mitchell is better than anything at the second corner option, maybe the first corner option, once he figures it out, than you had, and that you've had in a long time. So your cupboard, when you look at the corner position now, is not bare, and it's young. You can look at now, you can choose any combination, right? Next year, your 2025 starting corners could be Quinyon Mitchell, Isaiah Rodgers, or Quinyon Mitchell, Keely Ringo. Or you can have Keely in the slot, Isaiah Rodgers in the slot. Like you don't have, like you literally on a budget now because you dubbed a lot of money to your offense. You can say you can almost solidify your secondary now because you locked up Chauncey.
Yep.
You got Reed, but guess what? You got SB coming back.
Yep,
you got Sidney coming back. So you got better talent-wise, and you got younger And also, to throw the cherry on top, you got cheaper. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to have that money tied up into all that. You're not going to have the money tied up in a Bradbury. You're not going to have the money tied up in the Slay. Who one of them can still get moved by Saturday. You don't know, like, you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's just, it's one of those things, man.
Our corner room looks so good now.
Yeah, it's young and it's promising.
Yeah,
it's. I'm not saying it's down. It was down in the dumps before, but now you can look around and you got a breath of fresh air. You got a good mix of veterans and rookies, and you can even say Keely is a rookie, but he in his second year, so he already got a taste.
He's the young. He would be the youngest corner in this draft.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Now tomorrow. Excited for tomorrow. I hope they go. If they get Junior Colson tomorrow, I am ecstatic.
You want Junior and Max Melton back to back.
I don't think they'll go back to back corners.
No, I don't think you'll go two corners. That's
I have to let go of the Max Melton dream. Just as long as he doesn't get drafted by the Giants or the Cowboys, then it's okay. But
I mean, I don't see why the Cowboys would draft him.
Give me Leggett at 50, Colson at 53.
Ooh, yes. Leggett. Although
you're probably trading down at 53. You're probably trading down.
I mean, it depends on what that board, how the board looks, and what the talent pool looks like. If they really feel like they're going to miss out in that third round, if they really find value.
Remember, they don't have a third round pick now. They have like early fourth.
Good. If depending on how the board falls, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mentioned it. That was part of my ideal mock is them trading down from 53. So, my ideal now. Second round, go get Junior Colson at 50 if he's there, and then trade back from 53. Because there are some names on there that you can get. Wide receivers, there are some defensive linemen, some offensive linemen. I mean, yeah, there's some talent there that will be there on day 2, which you know me, I always love day 2.
I want to bookmark all this. April 25th, Quinyon Mitchell, the first round pick, Devlin and Meadowbrook. I want to see y'all 6 months from now.
Exactly.
I want to make sure we keep that same energy. And I'm not sitting here saying that this dude is it. Just from a talent perspective, if you give me a corner and you line them up and they got to play, I'm taking Mitchell over Arnold. That's just me. Because I truly feel like Mitchell is the better player.
I don't see how you can already say it's bad. Like so many people had Mitchell as the top corner in the draft. So I don't know how you can say it's bad. If this was if Mitchell was, if you consistently saw from people having him CB5, CB4, you know what I mean? Then okay, I can understand a little bit more. But yeah, it's good. Oh, Don's there.
He's there. He's in Detroit.
Hey,
Don, where you at, buddy?
Don.
Get on camera, Don. Don't. Try to see if you can get on camera.
Don't do anything too foolish. My God.
Of course, Don's there. He should be there.
So this was what Nick Saban said on Quinyon Mitchell. He was our number one guy in the portal last year to try and get him to come out of the portal, and we never got him in the portal. So clearly, he was one of those guys that Saban wanted.
Saban wanted him.
He was hoping he could get him to Bama, but it just didn't end up happening.
Yeah.
So let's stop with the whole, we know nobody really wanted him. He wasn't in the SEC. No. He had the opportunity. He just chose Toledo.
Yeah, you could look at that a couple of ways, but I hear you.
I mean, I get it. It's we see it, but I mean, did Bama win a national title? Did they stop Michigan? You know what I mean? Did that happen when the game was the biggest? It's so many different ways you can go. You can translate. You can translate it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
We will see. He's so these people that they already.
You don't know
from day one. Once they're so certain that.
Who was the dude from LSU a few years ago? The corner.
The corner?
Oh, in the Sauce draft.
The one the Texans.
Yes.
Stingley, yeah.
Yeah, Stingley, yeah. How many people early on were trying to talk about Stingley over Gardner? It's laughable now. Just because
Well, I don't know
went
about that. Stingley's he's starting to come around now.
he is, but he's not Gardner.
Yeah.
He's not soft.
Like,
now.
like you can be good.
You play LSU,
but like just because you went to the small school doesn't mean you can't be elite. Sure. Like look at Woolen, like look at Witherspoon. Like those are good players, and they played at a smaller school.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, like Iowa is a freaking corner factory, but still.
You guys know we're gonna have to have this same debate on Monday with Brinks because Brinks is gonna hate it.
That's fine. He can cry. I'll bring him some tissues.
He has to watch some Quinyon tape. That's all.
You know he don't watch tape.
You know Brinks. He's like, oh, didn't play the Power 5, then I'm out. So,
cut him some slack, man. He not here to defend himself, yo.
There's no defense. Stop.
Look, see, you froze. That's karma, PY.
No.
But how many picks we got left? We got what?
6.
10? 6. I think Xavier Worthy goes in the back end. AD Mitchell makes it in the back end.
I don't know. That would be such a reach.
Who, Worthy?
Yeah.
Or Mitchell?
For me. Worthy. Xavier Worthy.
The Chiefs probably definitely taking a wide receiver. Now they don't know what's going on with Rasheed Rice.
Yeah.
But they also could win. They also won a Super Bowl back-to-back with no wide receivers. So, like, I think they're still going to go offensive line.
I will say this, though. Here's the one thing. The Chiefs won if you even go back to the Super Bowl when we were in it, I don't know how much of what the Chiefs' success over the last 2 seasons have been them winning it or other teams losing it. Yeah. They've been the team that make the least mistakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, and exactly.
Wow,
but that's
Packers. They did not go to Gene.
Wow.
Kool-Aid?
Wow.
They sipping the Kool-Aid?
They went with Jordan Morgan.
Who the heck? Who?
Jordan
the
Morgan.
Offensive lineman.
Oh, tackle.
Tackle guard, offensive Jordan Morgan.
Wow. Out of Arizona. Wow. Nice factor you going there for an offensive line in the first round.
Well, so Devin saying, like, how's the poll looking? Like, yes, even though he was the top, it doesn't mean that Mitchell was bad. And we kept saying it. Like, I've been saying it for weeks. We kept saying also, like, Mitchell would be just right there. Like, we all admitted. I think we all admitted Arnold was the top guy. It doesn't mean the other guy that's in the same, has the same or similar grade than him is bad. That's the only thing. Like, you can, if you don't love the pick, that's fine. But
that's
stop
fine.
saying it's a bad pick.
Don't issue on the pick to the point where it's like it's a bust or it's an L draft just because you didn't take
like
one
if
player.
you have a choice between vanilla or chocolate, like, and you like both, like your preference doesn't really matter because you're having a good time either way.
Yeah, Bill, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Like, just because it wasn't the top guy,
it did go out the window. It did go out the window. They just didn't pick him. Like, what do you want to do?
Like they show you in their evaluations. In their evaluations, they felt as if Mitchell was the better player versus Arnold, and that's fine.
I'll give you this. I'll also give you this.
Micah hates the pick, by the way. Micah Parsons hates the pick
because that was his favorite player.
When the Eagles took Landon Dickerson that one year, when the Eagles took Cam Jurgens the other year, that wasn't the top pick that all of us fans wanted. It wasn't. Nope. It was, we wanted other guys over them. How did that work out? Like, just answer me. How did that work out? Because I can guarantee you, Devlin and Middlebrook, you guys weren't mentioning Dickerson or Jurgens when those picks happened. So it's just because it's not the top guy that you want or fans want doesn't mean the pick is bad.
I'll rebuttal the Dickerson side of that real quick because I was one of those on that side. The only reason I was on that side was the injury history. Right? It had nothing to do with
multiple ACL tears.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with him as a player. The injury was.
You also understood that's why you got
the whole
him.
reason why he fell is because
of oh no, for sure.
Yeah,
like any other year, he's a first round pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Bill. That's the thing. Like I got humbled because when I was excited over Reagor, I realized quickly that that's not how the draft works. So I've learned my lesson from that draft. It's been 4 years So when are you going to learn, Bill? Just ask it.
Like, just because you went to the smaller school, it doesn't mean it's a bust. Like, it's just not. Like, I like both. I might have liked Arnold more. Like, I'm not going to get upset and be like, oh, it's an awful pick. No.
Yeah. Sauce went to Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Sauce went to Cincinnati.
Like, he was viewed as a top 10 to top 15 pick that you got at 22. Someone that you would have had to trade up assets for. You got at 22. It's a win. Like, I don't understand this.
I don't know. There are people like Bill that are always just going to complain. You know that. So
yep.
Middlebrook is always going to have something negative to say.
If everybody always thought about the school that you played to, or the recruiting class that you're a part of, or where you recruited, the transfer portal, like that's not going to translate. Saban ain't coming with him. But my biggest thing is Alabama that fell off. Like, we not talking about the same Bama that was winning national championships, right? Honestly, you had it used a point 2 years ago where it was 6, 7, 8 players from Bama being drafted, but yet they got new recruits coming in, right? So you get new recruits coming in, it ain't 6 or 7 Bama players getting recruited now or getting drafted tonight. There is a fall off there. Hell, you had one Georgia player, they won back-to-back titles.
Yep.
You know, it's like you can't. There's more talent out there. For whatever reason, Mitchell didn't want to go to Alabama. He didn't want to enter the transfer portal. That shows me, like, yo, this dude, he got a chip on his shoulder. He didn't want to hand it to him. You know what I mean? He wanted to loyalty, earn it. He knew he was probably doing himself a disservice staying at Toledo. He knew he probably could go play at a bigger school. They get a bigger spotlight on him, and he chose to stay at Toledo, Ohio. But this is John says we can all sit and pick about everything, but guess what? If we were so good at picking players, why don't we work for NFL franchise? Exactly.
Because they
I couldn't have said it any better than that.
Because they haven't given me a call.
Exactly. I just need an opportunity.
Just give us a chance.
Just one shot. One opportunity.
Look, I can work out of a closet like Howie did for a decade. Like, come on. I can get coffee. I can do what I got to do.
I'll work for half their salaries.
Yeah. All we are saying is you don't have to
give Pete a chance.
You don't have to love the pick. I'm going to say this again, Devlin and Bill. You don't have to love the pick. But to automatically say it's a bad pick is going way too far. That's all we're saying. You can just be like, oh, that's not who I wanted. But to immediately say it's a bad pick is that's silly. It's not a bad pick. If they had drafted, like, I don't know, TJ Tampa, then sure. Sure, so, that would have been a bad pick.
So this is how close they are pick-wise. On Draft Tech, one of my favorite draft sites, their big board, where do you think they have Mitchell and where do you think they have Arnold?
Right next to each other.
Exactly. Mitchell's at 13, Arnold's at 14. Like, they're right there. And that's the type of draft that you had, to where if you got either of those guys, you had a good first round.
Oh, wow. Cardinals got Darius Robinson. That's someone nice. I wanted second, but he went first round. Wow.
Little bit of a shocker.
What?
It's surprising. I had a second round.
They skipped the Bucks pick. Who'd the Bucks take?
Bucks.
How many picks are you above?
I'm going off Twitter. Bucks.
Oh,
Bucks
why.
Graham Barton.
That's why. I logged Twitter off for the draft because I hate how everyone needs to be first on Twitter.
You're not first. You're last.
Yeah, Teddy says it well. To automatically say it's a bad pick is WIP clown show stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Key says an example of a terrible pick was Atlanta.
Yes. Keezy, I get you. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah. Don wanted Robinson. Yeah, Robinson, I had a second round grade of him. I thought he'd be there in a second, but I guess not.
So, real quick about Quinyon, right? Just go back to Mitchell. If I told you what his max squat was at the combine, what would you say? Just give me an over under.
300.
Wait, what? Say it again.
His squat at the combine over under. Just give me a weight.
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know if
That's
AJ can a squat at the combine.
Greg,
400.
555 pounds.
Well, he's going to fit in great with Saquon and Jalen.
Wow.
And then at the like when he was doing Senior Bowl practices, they clocked him at 23.6 miles an hour speed.
Wow.
I mean, listen, I'm not doing this to stand on this soapbox and sit here and say this dude's going to be wearing a gold jacket. All I know is right now, he's damn near right in the cream of the crop of where you got on your team.
Yeah.
And he makes his team better. That's it's plain as day. That's what you needed from the first one. And he's going to contribute. He's not hurt, knock on wood. You know what I mean? This isn't a Cindy Jones.
Talent.
You know what I mean?
You got top talent without having to trade up. That to me is the biggest deal. Because everyone and their mother, when they were looking at the mocks, were like, you're going to have to give up your second round pick. You're going to give up multiple draft picks to get this deal done. And you didn't have to do any of that.
Nope. Patience, man. This is what the Ravens have done.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, Mike McFly says he's better than Bradbury right now.
That's not hard.
Not saying much.
I might have you at outside corner over Bradbury right now.
Hey,
Pete.
Bradbury plays well in contract years. Yeah. So remember that.
Well, he just signed a contract, so that don't really mean nothing to me.
This coming years is last year's deal.
Yeah.
It's a 3-year deal, isn't it?
Signed last year, I thought.
Yeah.
But one, last year's 2. This is 3.
No,
this is
2.
Does he have 2 more?
Yeah. But
I'll go off to being embarrassed. I'll go off being embarrassed then.
There's a dead cap hit. His dead cap hit is low.
Yep.
Yeah. His dead cap hit is so you could cut him. Hell, you could cut him now with a post-June furnace cut, and it wouldn't be that much.
Well, you're close. You're going to have close to $60+ million next year. You can cut him and not even worry about it.
Yeah, $8 million is 4 and 4 is not.
You have nothing. You need absolutely nothing on offense next year. Everything is locked up, and honestly, all you need is defense.
At this point, I'm going to say it again because I predicted them taking a corner. If James Bradbury is still on this roster for next season, it's a travesty because you are giving a slot. You're taking away a slot that could go to a younger player. Like you have to draft and develop these guys now. These guys need opportunity. They need reps and practice. They need playing time. Bradbury just being out there is not. Yeah, I'm going to be pretty upset if Bradbury is still on this team.
I think if Bradbury is still starting at the beginning of the season, the turnaround he had in camp had to be tremendous, like game changing, life altering.
The Bills traded the pick. Bills traded their pick because they're up now, right? Yeah.
Well, his dead cap this year is $15 million. His dead cap next year is 10. And then you're right. At that point, then he's fine. You're right.
Bill, I've actually hit on a lot of picks. So you're just picking out 2 of my misses. So good night. Bye, Felicia.
Really? I'm pretty sure he picked Saquon Barkley, and that was a really good pick.
Bye, Felicia. Yeah, Bills traded their pick. I don't know. The trade details aren't there.
Some of these people are just like ridiculous.
Of course, it's
like obviously. Look, you're gonna have your misses. I have my biggest one on my freaking wall right now.
Yeah, we all have misses.
And people are like, "Oh, that's an ugly jersey." Yeah, I want to embrace the ugliness because if you can't get over that one awful mistake in your life, you're never going to be able to move forward. Don't ever forget the bad decisions in order for you to make the good ones. Like that's why Smith and Manziel are right next to each other.
So the Bills traded with the Chiefs. Chiefs traded up.
Oh my!
Bill, why are you still here? You're going to leave. Get out of here.
Are they going after Mitchell?
Why are you still here?
Are they going after one of the wide receivers? Mitchell, Leggett, Conkley? McConkley?
Maybe they go Kool-Aid.
Or Worthy? Or there you go. Yeah, they lost Snead.
Because they lost Snead, yeah.
Maybe they go Cooper.
A lot of
Kool-Aid.
the mock drafts I've seen have them picking Kool-Aid at 32.
There's 3 cornerbacks sitting there, right? You got Cooper, Wiggins, and Kool-Aid.
Oh, Cooper screams, Andy.
He does.
He probably thinks he's a mustard. That's probably why.
Let's see.
And it's funny, ESPN has Cooper's comp as L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh my God, I see the pick. Wow.
What is it? Is it Batman?
Before you get the pick, what did they give up? What did Buffalo get to? Oh, you didn't see the details yet? Come on, you're gonna show the draft room, and you're not gonna show Gracie Hunt? Come on.
One of you guys predicted the pick. I forget who it was.
Is it Cooper?
No.
Kool-Aid?
No.
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
Nope. No, you don't. No one GM has that. Look at the Ravens GM, who's the Hall of Fame general manager. Even he wasn't perfect. No general manager is.
Yeah, no one has.
Yeah.
The most successful trait, in my opinion, for your GM is not what you do after a few successful picks. It's what you do after your failures. What Howie Roseman was able to do.
Wow, we had a Brock Purdy commercial. Holy
after.
Oh my God, did we really?
After Jalen Rager says a lot.
Of course, it's Toyota. Of course, Brock Purdy's doing a Toyota commercial.
That's why we should all go out and support Hondas and Hondas only.
Of course he does it. Of course he does a Toyota
Those
commercial.
those losers over at Toyota.
Oh my God.
That is on brand.
When in doubt, go to Hamilton Honda. My cheap plug right there.
So,
Yeah, I was
did you guys
talking
see
over
it yet?
No,
you
it
guys
hasn't
see it?
gotten here yet. They're gonna wait for commercial.
Yo, so Slay just tweeted this. They're like, you think he's coming for your job? And Slay's like, hope so. I'm here to make sure he's ready to go when my time is up.
Woo! Love it.
As he
captain.
should, right? As he should.
But remember, he's an awful teammate.
Slay.
Tony Khan becomes the first NFL executive in the draft room after shaking off the effects of a pile driver. I love how they brought his ass out there with a neck brace.
I saw a picture of him in the draft room with a neck brace. That's so funny.
That's next level commitment to the bit there, folks.
Was it McConkey? I can't wait for this. Was it McConkey?
No.
Why would the Bill stop trading with the Chiefs? It only hurts you.
Yeah, they own you.
You literally traded away 3 Super Bowls, essentially.
I keep trading with the team that they can't beat.
It's their daddy, man. That is exactly what that is.
Somewhere the Who's Your Daddy chants are breaking out.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have taken the best corner, but that's just me.
So the Bills traded out of 28 to what? 32?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, yeah, because of the Chiefs.
Yeah, 32.
And they got
Did they do Worthy?
Yeah.
Did they do Worthy?
They did.
Yep.
I told you.
Yeah, it was Pete that said it. That's crazy.
I wish I could find
That's early for me. That's early for me on Worthy, but I mean, a wide receiver playing with the Chiefs. I mean, playing with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, but I've at least seen mocks of Worthy going late first round. I had him as a second rounder, but it's at least one of those things where it's okay, I've seen it.
You could see it because the NFL loves speed, so you could absolutely see it.
It's not one of those it's not one of those drafts where you're like, dude, I saw him in like the 60s in every mock I looked at, and then he's there.
But also, you can't forget who else did they trade for this offseason?
Yep.
You got Xavier Worthy, and now you got Hollywood Brown at the same time.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm just talking about as far as speed and going deep.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You don't have to rely on MVS. No, I hear you.
Right.
I hear you. It's fair.
You could go out. They could go out and get Tyler Boyd if they wanted to, because he's still available.
Well,
he's a free agent. Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, they could sign him. Yeah.
Especially with Rice possibly missing some time.
Yeah.
Missing some time.
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to be a possibility.
Yeah, missing some time.
I mean, it's the NFL. He could miss 2 games.
In Texas. What happened?
Cowboys took someone that I did not like.
Oh, nice.
Did they take Guyton?
Yes.
They took Guyton?
They took Guyton.
That's out of the way for the Eagles tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yes.
Nate Wiggins is still on the board. People must not like his size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I forgot about Nate Wiggins.
That's what I'm saying. The size, it's a concern. Now, I said this a few weeks ago, and I wanted to piggyback what you guys think, or like see what you guys think. Like, so obviously, the size with Wiggins is alarming, and we haven't seen any corner at that weight, like say sub 180, right, have any success. But a few years ago, we hadn't seen wide receivers like Devontae or Tank Dell, who are really skinny, have success, right? So is there a trend of these perimeter skill players at wide receiver and now coming toward the cornerback position where you leave a window open of, hey, like maybe skinny will be fine. If you're that talented, like if you have the talent, but you're skinny, maybe in today's league, that's more of an open window to have success than it was 20 plus years ago when it was a more confined game, not as wide open. So I don't know. Like it got me thinking because I had, if it came down to it, I did have McKinstry over Wiggins, but Wiggins' coverage ability is so good. Like you just see, you see his athletic traits. Like it could be top.
And like with the wide receivers, it's different from like a Devontae going over the middle and having to absorb contact at that size to where Wiggins has to deliver contact at that size. So his liability could be in tackling, and that's where his is going to have to take the scheme and the fit that may work for him. Who do we have left? So, I mean, if Baltimore, if anybody's going to make it work, it could be Baltimore. You know, but who's a DC in Baltimore now?
I don't remember his name. I'd have to look it up. I don't remember his name. Yeah. Bill's still here. He didn't peace out. But Bill, all things aside, I do appreciate you here. You know, it's just fun banter and everything.
How did John Ross work out? I'm just throwing it out there. Former Kansas City Chief John Ross, by the way.
I do think Worthy is better than John Ross, though.
Yeah, he does more. Like,
yeah, he can actually run routes. Yeah,
right.
He can actually run routes.
People are about to go turn right into Middlebrook when it comes to
what we have. Like,
in what way?
Someone had a comp.
Be out on a Worthy pick.
Okay.
No, I'm not against the Worthy pick. I like the pick. I don't hate it. But like, just to say that it's in the A+ pick just because he's a fast guy doesn't mean anything to me. John Ross was a fast guy. That doesn't.
Well, for me, he's more than just a fast guy.
He is, but that's my thing. Is that people will just be, well, look at the speed. I'm like, you can have speed and do nothing. Like Quez Watkins was a speed guy, and he was dog shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Running in a straight line does absolutely nothing for me if you can't do anything else. It's what people were worried about with DK, and he showed everyone they were 100% wrong because he could do so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, DK was also huge, so it's different. So someone made a comp with Worthy, and I kind of really liked it, although I think he can be a little bit better. But someone said he's like John Brown. You guys remember John Brown for the Cardinals? Oh, he always got open deep, and he beat us. He even beat us that one game back in.
He used to torch the Eagles.
Oh my God,
John Brown was so good in Arizona, man.
So good, so good. So like, if Xavier Worthy is that type of player, like, yeah, that's he was a good player. Like,
we got to remember.
Like, yeah.
No, you're right on. You're spot on, and like, we got to remember too. It's Andy, right?
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't draft necessarily top players, right? He drafts top fits. You know, and they have a team that they can do that, right? They have a team where they can plug and play. All right, I need a new joystick for Patty, right? I need a new joystick with or without Rashid. I need a new joystick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the what's his face? The kid from Florida. Kadarius Toney didn't work out, right? Kadarius Toney didn't happen. Okay, let's go find someone different.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. And remember, like, when it comes to the wide receivers, I think that like they bring them in, they'll have a plan, because like they drafted Rashee Rice, and they had him do things that Rashee Rice didn't really do in college. They deployed him away. In college, Rashee Rice was like a vertical threat, but when he came to the Chiefs, they're like, all right, you're gonna be our yak guy, and he like tore it up. So yeah, they probably do have a plan. I mean, you can use. Worthy's not just a speed guy. I think we all said that, but like you get him into space, and like he can run routes too. Like,
oh yeah,
remember how Deshaun, like I don't like saying he's like Deshaun Jackson, because I think Deshaun Jackson was more of a dog. Because like I think with Deshaun, he was small, skinny, but you saw Deshaun, like he would get physical at the catch point sometimes, right? Like he would bite off a little bit more than he could chew, but he wasn't afraid to be physical over the middle. I think Worthy doesn't have that type of dog in him, but the route running is still there. The ability to be used in the intermediate parts of the field on different types of routes, not just go deep. Like, one of the reasons why I don't like Troy Franklin a lot is because he's just a linear guy. Like, he has linear speed, doesn't have that quickness. You just have to have him go deep. Xavier Worthy is not like that. So that's why I like Worthy over Franklin. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
What about Clifford Franklin?
Yeah, as long as he got the sticker.
Do you like Worthy over Clifford Franklin?
No,
and I can't believe Pete left, and I'm dropping replacement. I'm dropping replacement dimes over here.
Oh my God!
Of course, P.Y. leaves at that point. Yeah, you're right. He needs to stick him. He needs to stick him.
He needs to. Yeah. Yes. Give me Clifford. Give me Clifford all day if he's got the stick 'em on him. The pick for the Ravens is in. So we got a few more. I'll ask you guys this: what's your outside of the Eagles? Because obviously, we talk about a lot. What is your favorite pick from the first day of the draft?
Stand by.
Yeah, I'm going on my draft tracker now to take a look.
So before we do that, we got a super chat from Dead Slayer. It says, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Casey got nothing to lose playing for a first ever 3-peat. That's true?
Absolutely.
No. I'm not afraid.
No.
I'm not afraid
to take a stand.
Yeah.
I think
my favorite pick will probably have to be Rome Odunze to the Bears.
Okay.
I mean,
but I think like everyone and their mother knew that was probably going to happen.
Probably, but like it wasn't a lock. But I think
pretty close.
I've wanted it to happen so badly. I know a lot of people did,
right.
But like there were rumors about them taking Byron Murphy. There were reports about them trading out. So it's just like it wasn't a guarantee. But like seeing that it happened, it shores up. You have two arguably number one wide receivers now with the Bears for Caleb Williams. Like that's tremendous. So I loved that pick. I don't care if it was almost expected. Like it was great.
Yo, so did anybody see the War Room reaction to the Mitchell pick?
No.
So Sirianni goes over to Howland. He smacks him on the ass. He's so excited.
Oh my God. Nice.
My favorite.
I asked Pete and and Greg what their favorite pick of day one is before we get out of here.
I'm gonna say I really like Byron Murphy to the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I really like Byron Murphy to the Seahawks. Now with Mike Madonna over there,
yeah,
that's because you already had the back end. Quandre, Jamal Adams, Woolen, Witherspoon. Probably lost. They lost Jordan Brooks. They lost Bobby Wagner. So I forget the linebackers that they got to take their place.
Ooh. If it was anybody, it's gonna be Baltimore, right, Chucks?
Yeah.
If it was anybody, it's gonna be Baltimore.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yep.
Johnny Wilson.
No. Wiggins.
I literally, bro. I've called like 5.
Yeah.
I've called like
anybody,
5.
It was gonna be Baltimore. They'll take that risk, right? They'll take that risk of someone being either too small, whatever, not quick enough, not fast enough.
They'll always take those chances. Yeah.
Which is why they usually have a pretty good defense because a lot of those chances.
Does Cooper fall into the second round? Seriously,
he might.
He might.
Unless the Bills take him.
Him and Kool-Aid.
The Bills they should go AD Mitchell right now. Like AD Mitchell, any wide receiver, or at this point, you just let San Francisco make 2 back-to-back picks and you trade 32 for Brandon Aiyuk and call it a day.
Well, there you go, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2 ways for you here.
Okay.
I'm a Penn State guy, so I like where Alu and Chop ended up. I like where they ended up, though. Like, I think they're good spots for them.
The destinations, okay.
Yep. But my favorite pick of the first round, or the one I like the most, I think Bo Nix landed in a really, really good spot there in Denver. And I think Denver really got a good, solid quarterback. I think that fit is going to be perfect.
It is a good fit with Sean Payton. Yes, I do agree. Yeah.
Yep. Fashionu. Why couldn't I say that? Fashionu.
Like it's all these offensive linemen with the similar phonetics.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I got so confused.
Yeah, but I think those 2 Penn State guys ended up in really good spots.
Yeah.
And they're both going to play right away.
Yeah. Because Chop's opposite now. He's got Bradley Chubb opposite him.
Yep.
Yeah, and they've got the other. Who's the other one they drafted? The other pass rusher.
Who?
They drafted a year or 2 ago.
Dolphins.
Who's the other pass rusher?
You talking about the kid from UCLA that had the concussions?
Yes.
Yeah. He tore his. Jalen Phillips.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah, that's a good unit now. Oh my God, that is a good unit. Yeah.
So
Phillips is coming off of injury, but he'll be probably good for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just a head. I don't think it was anything surgery, right?
I don't think so.
So I'd probably say Arnold at 23, just because of the insane value the Lions are getting. I also wouldn't mind. I could also go Mitchell with us because once again, those back-to-back picks, you're getting 2 top 10 picks at 22 and 23. In a draft that people said, well, there's only 14, 15 players who are really first-round picks. Yeah. And you each got one.
I said outside of the Eagles, but you didn't hear that part. So, yeah, that's fine.
Like, literally, most people had the lowest I've seen Mitchell ranked on anyone's big board was like 12.
Yep. Mm-hmm. PFF had him at 9.
Yeah. They like him. Yeah.
So between 9 and 15, essentially, that most people had him at, and you got him at 22. A+ draft. So
to me, what you said, PY, the fact that we all expected in order to get one of these corners that Howie would have to trade up. The fact that we didn't have to me, is a win. The fact that we did, there was, if you would have asked anyone who knew about Mitchell and Arnold, we all would have said, yeah, you're gonna have to trade up probably. Most likely you'd have to trade up. But that wasn't the case.
No, it's stupendous.
That's a win that you didn't have to trade up. I would.
The way I look at this is because you were basically, every mock had you having to give up 50 to go get Mitchell or Arnold. Whatever I have for after this draft, I get Mitchell, and whoever the hell I get at 50, it's home run.
Yeah. At 50-53, because we didn't have to give up that second. Yeah. So it's
big.
It's big. It's
so
huge.
excited.
What up, Dad?
What's up? I was just stopping in to tell you boys good night. Great draft. And, I'll see you back on here tomorrow night.
Oh, you fucker. Not you. They better not do. San Fran better
Language,
not do.
sir. It's a family show.
What happened? What did I miss? I'm looking now.
They literally can end up with Xavier Legette. I just thought about that.
Oh,
Who?
they didn't make a pick yet. I thought they made a pick.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't even say
I'm just
something
saying,
like
On
that.
that note, I'll see you boys tomorrow.
See
I'll
you,
see you
Tommy.
tomorrow.
Great pick. Let's go.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sipgate.
I thought he made the pick. I thought they made a pick, and you got me worried.
Pete, why are you hurt? Why are you trying to hurt me? We're friends. We don't need to do this to each other.
I mean, I did sire you my name. So, I mean.
Well, it's the adventures of Pete and Pete.
If the Niners go wide receiver, I think that says a lot about what their plans are for Debo and Aiyuk.
If they do that, you can't get a first for Aiyuk. Nobody will give you that.
You get a third, maybe.
Next year, maybe next year's pick.
If I would love San Fran not to do it. And even though I would love Legette, I would like to see him in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Or A.D. Mitchell of Buffalo. And then
I mean, maybe Lad McConkey.
They still trade for Aiyuk, or they still trade for Debo or something like that. I'm actually like you said.
Oh my god!
The one tweet that you shared in the one group chat that we had,
yeah,
where you was like, if they trade Debo, they can do this, and then pay Aiyuk. And if you trade Aiyuk, then you gotta
get one of those. Yeah, he's
right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. What were you gonna say, Greg? I'm sorry.
No, I was just laughing at the possibility of the Niners taking Lad McConkey.
Oh,
Ricky Purcell is who?
They picked Pearsall?
They took Pearsall?
Yeah. Wow.
So once again, this is what I'm a little behind with draft prospects this year, as opposed to when Chuck's had to coach me up last year. But like, what is he like? I don't even.
They trying to find their Puka Nacua. That's what that is.
In the first, though.
Yeah, I had a late.
Is it really the first?
Still,
is it really the first?
Yeah.
To me, that's a reach. To me, that's a reach. I had a late second on him. I like Pearsall. The comp that I like is Adam Thielen in terms of play style, not talent level. Play style. He's like a slot receiver.
Right.
But he's like,
who's your comp?
Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen.
Okay.
There's a play style. He's like
he's
a slot
receiver. Tyler Boyd, which I can see as well.
Yeah, Tyler, that's a good one too. Just very smart, catches a lot of stuff.
Catches just about everything.
Yeah. So I don't see the high end talent to warrant a first round pick. Like when they drafted Brandon Aiyuk, and Pete agrees with me here. Like Aiyuk was the one who had such high upside. So like you had a guy who could develop into one, and he did. Pearsall, maybe I'm wrong. I've been so wrong on wide receivers before. We know that. But Pearsall, I just don't see the physical traits and athletic ability to warrant him being ever like a top wide receiver. Maybe Kyle does. So who knows? I
think we also, again, we were just talking
Panthers
about
on the clock now. Buffalo traded a pick.
Again,
how do you like that? Like you literally you let go of a lot of people. You release a lot of your talent, and then you trade down, and now you don't even make a first round pick. Wow.
You know what I'm thinking?
They must be stockpiling picks, right?
Yeah,
they know
they
need
must
them.
be stockpiling to rebuild. They're probably trying to.
And they jump right back to the first pick in the second round now. Now you have all night. You can sit there and trade Aiyuk for 33.
Hey,
trade for Aiyuk. Carolina likes that much to come get. Is it Cooper? Is it Legette? Who do they like that much to come?
I don't know.
I don't know. Legette at 32 is kind of rich.
That's a little bit rich for me, but not as much. To me,
maybe Kool-Aid. You got Johnny Newton.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid maybe. Kool-Aid maybe because he's dropping.
ESPN's top 5 best available: Cooper DeJean,
yep,
Jarzon Newton, Johnny Newton, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Xavier Legette, and Donnie Mitchell. Mm-hmm. That's their top.
I wonder
5
if it's one of these wide receivers. To get
that's
Bryce,
what I'm thinking. Either Mitchell or
Bryce Young
Legette.
another.
Maybe
or
this
you
is
could go Keon Coleman. I know it's a little bit down, but Keon Coleman's is a big target.
They need it, but they need guys who can separate because they hadn't and no one who was like quick separator or good route runners. Like they got Deontay Johnson, but like you need another guy after him. So like I think maybe McConkey.
Or is it Ladd? Is it Ladd?
Yeah, is it Ladd?
That's another reach in my opinion.
I don't think so. I had a
really because I had like an early second round grade on him, and I just
we're there.
This is early second round.
We're there.
Yeah, this is essentially off by one pick. One pick, and it's this early second round. This is his range. Yeah. Oh, I saw it.
They went offensive minded head coach, so you would assume that this is an offensive guy.
It is. I saw it. I won't say it yet.
Is it a wide receiver?
It's a wide receiver.
Probably Mitchell.
I forgot they also got Deontay Johnson as well.
Yeah, they got Deontay. They traded for Deontay.
Well, I mean, what's the novel idea? You got a number one pick. Let's try to put some talent around him to take some pressure off him.
You have to. Like he had nothing there. He was throwing to Adam Thielen as his number one.
Yeah.
You have to
show Adam Thielen some respect.
I mean, as a number one receiver and for the Panthers, he was decent. But I mean, asking him to be that.
Did he have a run last year where he scored like a touchdown in like 6 straight games or something like that?
I don't remember. Yeah, I know he did solid.
I don't remember that run.
Yeah, he in terms of fantasy because he was like the only receiver that could do anything for them.
What was the guy, Terrace Marshall, the guy they got from LSU that didn't do
Terrace
anything? Marshall, yes.
Diddly.
Last year they drafted Mingo. He didn't pan out well his rookie year. So
nope.
Yeah, that's bad. I saw that you're going to be floored.
Diddly.
You're going to be floored.
Are we way off?
No, you're not way off.
They probably fucking with McConkey. Watch. If Roger ever gets his back to the stage.
Yeah. I hope all he does is open it up tomorrow and he goes away because he's been brutal.
Yeah, they have.
Well, I feel bad for him because like he's clearly you can tell
he's making $60 million.
Yeah, but like
I
don't want any like if you're hurting, you're hurting. Like I'm a sympathetic individual. Like
I'm not sympathetic for anybody making $60 million doing nothing.
A busted back is a busted back, man. Like it's not like
you can pay people to stand you up at $60 million a year.
Yeah,
right. It's not like you got like a hoverboard. Foot.
I already said we're gonna hoverboard him around the rest of the night if he keeps going.
Come on, Greg.
You make $60 million doing nothing.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw it? Hey, at least he didn't go to the Niners.
God.
Yeah.
God.
I like it though. You know why?
That's not fair. That's horseshit.
I like it though for them.
I love it for them.
I do not like it. I hate it.
Out of all the wide receivers left,
I actually think it's unfair and not right.
This
Maybe you like it. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I like it for them. I like it for them because this guy probably has the most upside out of anyone left. You could argue AD Mitchell too, but I think both of them have like similar upsides. Like they could be legit wide receiver ones for you, like your top receivers.
And we saw what Canellis did with Baker, getting him weapons, right?
Yes,
or having weapons around Baker, right? You would hope that the Panthers see that same thing. Obviously, Baker's better than Bryce Young, but what you're doing is you're giving him weapons around, right? You're giving him weapons and giving him guys that can get open and get the football.
Yep.
Get him the football. That's a really good pick.
That is a really good pick. I like
a really good pick.
So before we get out of here, who's everyone's biggest surprise dropping into the second round?
Biggest surprise drop? Cooper
DeJean.
Cooper.
But you know what? We've seen this with certain players who are hybrids, where the league teams sometimes don't know where to put them. So
a couple years ago, Isaiah Simmons.
Yes.
Right from what, Clemson?
Yeah.
He dropped almost out of the top 10?
Yeah.
Not all the way out of the first round, but he dropped a lot.
And he Joker, if you recall.
Joker
Browns.
was second round. Yeah. So these guys who are hybrid, like it has to go to the right situation. It's they start to fall. So I'm surprised, but I guess I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So
it's the draft. Anything can happen for a variety of reasons.
Mhm.
Like I say, Kool-Aid is probably mine.
Kool-Aid, yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah,
another.
it's another good one.
Laconco, you could say.
You just said he was a. You just said he was a reach at 32, and now you're going to say he's your biggest miss of you falling out.
With the way people were drafting towards the end, you could argue, be like, okay, maybe someone's going to jump
tried
up and take
arguing
him.
he was a reach at 32.
Yeah, I know. Like
I wouldn't have taken him, but if you're already reaching at guys in the late 30s, if you're already reaching for guys in the late 30s, he's available.
I might need to drink for tomorrow's show if I get to deal with this again.
You are so funny.
So mean to me.
In theory, though, you're right, though, right?
Yeah. Closing remarks, anything before we head out for 24 hours and then do this.
It's a good start. I mean,
Michael Penix Jr.
With
Penix Jr.
With
top
Cousins already there.
With $100 million quarterback there.
It makes the Jalen Hurts pick look like a billion times better, even though it worked out great for us. Like if you're comparing it to, it's just like holy.
I think I read something on Twitter. I don't know if this was a direct quote, but I think I read something where they were their mindset was he's going to be Jordan Love to Kirk Cousins as Aaron Rodgers.
Sure, if Jordan Love was like
8th overall.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's
yeah, right. Yeah, if Jordan Love was 29 when they drafted him, sure, at 8 overall.
Oh my God!
By the time Aaron Rodgers wasn't given $100 million contract that all season.
By the time
they drafted Brandon freaking Weeding at 8 overall. Let's stop this.
Penix is going to be 30 years old by the time he gets to start.
By the way, I watched NFL Network, and Chase Daniel is now on NFL Network. I mean, could a guy have carved out a cushier career?
Right.
No.
Like literally held a clipboard
Who has stolen
for 12
more
years.
Money? Him or Sam Bradford?
Held a clipboard for 12 years, and then now is on NFL Network.
Yeah, I know.
With a whacked out suit wearing no socks.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Less is more, baby.
Less is more, apparently.
MJD looked like he ate MJD.
It was a lot of fun. We're going to do this again.
Yeah.
For all the fam that are listening or that tuned in and chatted with us, we appreciate you. I hope you had a fun day one. But as I say, day one is just the appetizer. My favorite day of the draft.
Day 2 and 3 is the makeover.
Yeah, rounds 2 and 3 are where the money is made. I love it. I can't wait. You will see us 4 plus Tom again tomorrow night. So check back with us. Come with us, celebrate, watch with us, and we'll see what the Eagles do with their picks 50 and 53. But for myself, Mr. Pete Evans, Mr. PY, Greg, Tom, and the rest of us at A2D, and our sponsors, Specialized Physical Therapy, we appreciate the love. We will see you tomorrow. Quinyon Mitchell is an Eagle. Let's go celebrate.
Let's go.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.